Oi, chat. Sorry to keep you waiting. We're here now. We're here. We're in the building. Chat. We're here. Adamski, Guts, Straja, Buddy, my boy Beans. You know where you at?
Yes, sir.
They can hear us, right? Because
no, they can definitely hear us because it's definitely not muted. If it's muted, then there's a problem. Because I can see those bars going on, and I can see that I ain't pressed that mute button. So they can't hear us, chat. If you can hear us, just say something. Yeah, just say something if you can hear us. That would be nice.
I got the audio muted, but I got the stream up so I can see the chat. What up, everybody?
Let me just add everyone. Oh yeah, there you go. Oh, Adam didn't even say what's up to us. It's just what's up, Din. I like it. Still, I hear it. Favoritism. I hear it. Favoritism.
Yeah, man. You know I'm a legendary celebrity. Come on.
Favoritism. I hear it. Favoritism. Sounds good. Sounds and looks great. I love it. That's what I like to hear. Oh, shout out Meld. Because I give you some props, a little bit of props, Meld. You've been making the streams look a bit professional. Yeah?
Yeah, I need to hit up Meld, man. I need to update my stream.
No, Meld is alright. It's alright. But you got a really good overlay on your stream and everything. I don't know if you want to. Like both of you lot streams setup is good. Like Wes keeps it simple, but he's got the green screen. He keeps it simple, and that makes sense. You got a proper overlay and stuff. Mine is random. My stream setup changes every 5 seconds.
So the thing is, depending on what I'm playing. If I'm playing like melee, then I'll have I'm on the side. And the game is right there. Depending on what I'm playing. But for the most part, it's green screen and then whatever.
Yeah, mine is on the day.
Hey, whatever works, man.
Well, I feel like on the day, random.
It's all about the context, not the
it's
content.
True. I know, but it's just so random. Scarlet King, what's good? Hello, Adam. What's good, Adam? Yeah, Cena's just saying hello to us. What's good, Adamski? Big up you. You know, me and Wes are here. You know, it's not just only Din.
They give me crap. They give me crap on my server already.
Are they?
They're like the logo looks like AI. I'm like, oh, hey, chill out in there.
Tell them chill out.
My server going crazy. Chill out. So work in progress.
You talking about this logo right here?
Yeah.
Well,
it's better than no logo.
Tell them chill out. Yeah, no logo.
Right.
Anyway,
you know what I'm saying?
All right. My pockets are being ran right now for new graphics. All right, chill out.
Unless they want to make a logo, that'd be good. Like if you want to make one for us, not you. Yes, no, if anyone who does want to make one, go for it. Logo contest.
Yeah, we should do that. Yeah, the winner, I will commission you. I will commission the winner. Actually,
yeah,
because I love my artists. Yeah, I know I love my fucking artists, so I would commission the winner.
There you go. Simple as. Anyway, let me stop eating because it's time to talk properly, and I'm just chomping away. This ain't ASMR.
Hey, it's been a minute since we did a regular podcast, so
it has been. It's been a while.
Shit a little bit.
I think it's been like a couple months, maybe 3 months.
Speaking of which, I'm using Peak as my my mouse pad. There, right there.
Oh, that's your mouse pad.
That Peak.
That
Peak right there.
That Urban Rain. That I still need to go and finish on stream still. But I'm at the point of the game where it's starting to get a little bit difficult.
Bro, I'm so mad. I had to sell my copy of God Hand years ago.
I was about to mention that game.
And bro, I looked it up on eBay. That's just $100. I'm like, oh no.
It's $100 now.
It used to be $20 on eBay.
But I think it's gotten really rare. I reckon Guts has got that. Guts, you've got that, innit? I swear you've got that. You've got to show me that.
That game is a masterpiece, bro. I never played it, but my boy, I see him play. That game is dope.
Yes, wicked.
I've been trying to set up my my consoles and stuff because I got the Steam Deck already. I think it was it US I was talking to about, but I think Greasy. I think it was Greasy I was talking to him. Yeah. But I've been using my Steam Deck, and I've been streaming from my Steam Deck to the PC, and using my Stream Deck as a recording device because I customized it and got all this space to record now. But I'm like, man, okay, I could do that. And the capture card I use, like, it doesn't lag. Like, if you use a capture card, it lags a little bit.
Yeah.
Like on the stream.
Yeah.
Like, no, it doesn't lag at all. Like, I could look at the stream and I'm still playing. It's probably like a small little bit of lag. And I'm like, man, I could do that with other consoles. I got all these consoles and stuff. I got a Dreamcast, a PS2, all that stuff. And I was trying to set that up so I can play God Hand on stream.
Yeah.
But then I remembered, no, I sold my copy, and I had to go buy it again, which I'm gonna do.
Buy it?
I haven't bought it yet. I'm gonna buy it though.
Oh, you're gonna buy it.
But I've been spending money on the project. So
yeah. That's yeah. Well, all you gotta do is feed your family and be a parent. And then only spend on the project. Don't spend on anything else. Yeah. Don't have fun. Don't do nothing. You know. You're just
all these games. All these games. This month. I'm like, yo,
nah.
I'm gonna have to start hitting y'all up for some codes. I can't.
nah.
I want to. Don't get me wrong. Geno Kids is like $20. I know Absalom's probably gonna be like what, 25 probably.
Yeah, I think it is 25. I think that's confirmed 25.
And that's dropping in like what, 4 days. It's like, oh, I can't.
Absolute. All right, okay. As soon as we're here, we're here now. Absolute in 4 days.
So yeah,
bro. I have a whole video. Edited in process, right? A whole video on why I think that game is so amazing. Literally,
bro. I haven't stopped playing a demo. I've been playing it off stream and offline, but I have not stopped playing it.
Same.
I'm waiting for that game to drop.
Same.
I gotta play it more,
bro. I've got 23 hours in that game in the demo. I have not stopped playing. I put it on like if I'm chilling and I'm not doing nothing, and that is the game I put on. Like if I get over the frustration of Street Fighter, or I'm like out of way of Street Fighter for a bit because that game gets on my nerves. I have a love-hate relationship with Street Fighter, so forget that. I put on Absalom. Now Marvel Cosmic Demo has been getting some love as well, and I'm also currently playing Ghost of Tsushima. But forgetting all that, Absalom, bro, I'm really rooting for this one.
Yeah, man.
I'm really rooting for this one.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
you think? Do you think this is beat 'em up of the year?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. You think for sure? Because
all right, see, here's the problem. Here's the problem. Here's what's gonna happen, right? Marvel might take it because they're gonna put it at the perfect time. I got a feeling, Marvel Cosmic Invasion, they're gonna bring it out on Christmas time or before Christmas in December. I don't think November. I think December because
it's probably December. Yeah.
Quarter 4, fourth quarter of the year, so it's probably December. They're not gonna wait
a
month.
Winter.
Yeah, so it's definitely December, more than likely, and they're gonna snag it from Marvel Cosmic. I mean, from Absalom because of that factor, and on top of that, come on, it's Marvel. A lot more people are playing that.
Yeah,
a lot more people playing that. Are interested in that.
They've got IP unfair advantage. It's an IP unfair advantage.
That's the unfair advantage.
I think I'm about to be the bad guy today.
Go on.
One more thing.
Yeah, go on. Sorry. Go on.
I think. I mean, I don't know if you knew this, Face. I think they're making an animated series of the game.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Dean told me about it. Yeah.
So that's something that's very smart marketing.
That's an additive.
So we'll keep on top. We'll get to Marvel in a second. We'll stay on topic with Absalom. Yeah. So there is an animated series in the works. The game ain't even dropped. The game ain't even dropped yet. This is how confident they are.
They are
and we got an animated series already. And I'm like, yo, I'm watching it day one, first off. But also I'm like, I'm glad that they have this confidence and they are pushing this game. They need to push it really hard because they don't have an IP attached to this. This is an original IP, brand new IP and everything. And the only thing that they have as far as like popularity goes is there's the Streets of Rage 4 devs.
Yeah.
And I'm rooting for this one because it's an indie game. It is an original IP. Like it's and it's great. I haven't stopped playing that. Between this and Wendigo Blue, I've been kind of sitting on like which one's going to be best game, best beat 'em up of the year. I'm not sure.
Wendigo's up there for you, yeah?
Oh yeah.
I've got no
Wonderful.
opinion on
Great.
it. I haven't played enough to have an opinion on it. I've got no opinion on it.
Wes, I'm face. What you doing, man?
I haven't played enough. I think it came out at a time
bro.
where it was very well. It came out at a time it was very, very busy. So I've probably got
Yeah,
like 2
yeah.
hours.
Same
2
here.
hours.
I didn't get to
maximum.
play it. Like I bought it day one when it dropped in January, but I didn't get to play it till like March.
Yeah. I think I need more hours in that to understand that game a bit more. All right, let me see the chat quickly before thingy. Big up Nick. What's good, Nick? What's good, Rack? What's good, Cuban? All of that stuff. Is Geno Kids a combat sandbox? No.
It is kind of, yeah. It's
that's not a bad. That's not bad. That's not. I don't know. I think it's like a arena to arena fighter. Like it goes there, it stops you, and you fight in that arena. Then you go to the next bit, stops you, fight in that arena. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like you're running a mill third person, like technically like how DMC runs, just shorter paths in between. Do you know what I mean? Like a third person game. But still on the topic of Absalom, bro, I think I think Guard Crush have the best beat 'em up engine.
I was discussing this actually just about to discuss this earlier in one of the servers.
Yeah.
As far as modern beat 'em ups go,
yeah,
I think they definitely set the bar.
Yeah. And that is...
they set the bar for like like my boy Diplo, I'm pretty sure you know who he is. He posts combos and stuff. He's always talking about Fight Forever. He was saying that like Streets 4 is pretty easy to surpass. Like there's things that like we could look at, be put it under a microscope. We could look at it and like, we could do this better. We could do this that better. But it still set the bar.
Yeah, 100%.
And like I haven't really seen anything past it yet.
No.
I think Absalom's probably going to do that.
I think Absalom is the only game that I can see because it is literal street. I call it Streets 4 expanded. I call it Streets 4 with a whole different coat of paint. With Rogue, no. Let me start again. I call it Mr. X Nightmare with a whole different coat of paint, and added things.
Mm-hmm.
That's the
Streets
whole game
4.5.
to me. Yeah, 4.5.
It's an expanded version of Streets. That's really what it is. You know what it is? It's probably something they wanted to do with Streets. You never know, maybe DLC or maybe the next Streets or whatever. But they was like, you know what? Let's not make another Streets of Rage like 5. Let's use it for our own IP and see how that works, and then try to combine it with roguelike features to it. That's probably what they was thinking about. I could be wrong, but that's something that they probably could have talked about.
And have you seen?
I think it was mostly because Sega. I think Sega has pretty much gone there. They're doing something weird here, like what they did with Sonic, where Sonic Mania came out, and they're like, oh well, now we're gonna do Superstars instead of Mania 2, right? And I think they're doing that same thing with Streets of Rage, where they're like, yeah, well now we're gonna do our thing, and I think part of that pretty much ended up pushing the team where like, okay, well, hey, we still want to make beat 'em ups. So we're gonna do something, and Lizard Cube went on and like, we're gonna make Peak Shinobi.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's silly, man. They should have just kept the team together, man.
I think they were separate entities anyway. All three were separate entities, and I think the Guard Crush kind of went underneath .emu, and they work together. But Lizard Cube was their own separate entity, regardless. Because it was really Lizard's idea for Streets 4, wasn't it? It was their idea.
Lizard Cube was going to do Streets 2, and then eventually they decided to do 4, and I believe that's where .emu and Crush came in.
Yeah.
Hold on. So you said Streets 2 they was going to do?
They were making Streets 2 remastered. They were going to remaster Streets 2. I was talking about this on stream yesterday. They had a whole screenshot. Okay. They were making that. And then it turned to Streets 4, and then that's how we got Streets 4. But
that's why you see some of the artwork, I guess, in the game.
Yeah. That's why you've got like old Axel drawn by Lizard Ben. So it's like them. That's that way. But I, just so we don't stray, the like conclusion. I think Absalom for me is probably the best beat 'em up coming out this year for me personally. Yeah, and let's all right. Let me separate this a little bit before I get too silly. The best beat 'em up mechanically for me. Mechanically, how that plays, the best this year. This year, for me personally, right, is probably going to be that game. Now, before anyone gets my words misconstrued, because this happens to me so often, I'll put out a video and a man will say, "Oh my God, you don't like this face. Oh my God, face." No, don't get my words misconstrued.
You don't like We Could Be Heroes face? You don't think that's gonna be you know what? It's got me in it, bro. I'm in the game. I'm in the game, bro.
But let's just get it right. Me saying that that's the best beat 'em up coming out this year is not saying the rest of them are rubbish. Like, let's just clear that up. It's not saying that
I am.
It's not, but it's not saying that Marvel's gonna be bad, because I really enjoyed that demo. I'm playing that. I'm racking up the hours on that. But we'll get to that in a minute. And it's not me saying that Double Dragon Revive's gonna be bad, so I don't know. I'm still on the fence.
Yeah.
I'm still.
I was gonna say Revive might be. Well,
do you know
again,
what I mean?
I played it. I played a little bit of Revive, so I'm like, I don't think it's gonna be bad. That's the thing. Like, I don't think it's bad. I
think they're doing too much with the game, man. That's what it looks like, bro.
Well, Revive.
Everywhere.
Yeah. Revive just bruv, do you know what? I'm gonna just keep it real with you, yeah? Because this is the place where we keep it real.
Let's talk about Revive right now.
Let's go to Revive, because we started now. Let's go to Revive.
Yeah.
Revive.
Wait, hold on. My closing thoughts on the Absalom, though.
All right. Close thoughts. Go on. Yeah, but yeah, close.
I need that tall lady for DLC. Guard Crush.
Oh,
I'm not playing Guard Crush. I need that tall lady for DLC.
It is missing a grappler still. It is missing
3 times with her. You need to teach me 3 times where I need that grappler. Nobody's a grappler in there yet.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay. Yeah. Cedar comes close. You just got an Azuna drop. So you already got my attention.
Yeah.
I need the tall lady though.
Yeah. I hear you still. Yeah, the tall lady of the feet. Yeah. I hear you still. I hear you. It does need a grappler. That is one thing that I think is missing. Is a grappler type. Sorry, Wes. You're closing on Absalom.
No, you good.
For you.
You good. Again, like I said before, personally, see, it's tough for me because freaking, I don't know, man. Marvel Cosmic Invasion is dope, but Absolute is dope too, man. So, but you know what? The fighting mechanics. Let's just talk about we're in here for the fighting mechanics. That's something that like makes us salivate, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I would say Absolute, in my opinion, is going to be the best beat 'em up of this year. But I don't think it's going to win because of it doesn't have its notorieties. It didn't build up its a crazy rapport like Marvel. Come on, it's Marvel, bro.
Yeah. You ain't getting past that. Yeah.
I think even Turtles, bro. Turtles, like TMNT, sold better than Streets of Rage, if I'm not correct.
Apparently, it did.
Oh yeah,
it did.
Yeah.
It did sell better than Streets of Rage.
It's so crazy, son.
Yeah,
it's so
did.
Crazy.
Well, let's keep it buck. Let's say that we're doing our own beat 'em up of the year. Like we're doing beat up a year show, which we should probably do in the future, right? I think we should do that. But if we're doing our own personal like game of the year, I honestly think Absalom probably steamrolls. I mean Marvel, but again, like I said, I'm probably
wait.
Marvel.
I wouldn't say steamroll. I wouldn't say that. Steamroll is a harsh word, you know. Let me give you an example what steamroll is, yeah? Right? Let me give you an example what steamroll is. And this is where I'm going to be the bad guy, yeah? Steamroll is like me playing Streets 4, yeah? And then playing Vengeance Hunters. That's steamroll to me.
You had to say that, yo. You can say any other game, bro.
That's steamroll. That's a whole.
Oh my god.
That's steamroll.
Oh my god.
No disrespect. No, respectfully. It's only joking. But no, not even respectfully. This is to keep it a buck. That's steamroll. That to me.
We're gonna have that.
That's steamroll.
We're gonna have the callback guy on the stream, and he's gonna be face. I heard you were talking shit.
He probably hates my guts.
Bro, that game, listen, we know the problem is we know what that game was about, bro. It's like an arcadey, beat 'em up game. Back to the it served its purpose. That's why I don't really hold nothing against that game.
I want to make it very clear. For me personally, I take Vengeance Hunters over Marvel. I'm being straight up.
Whoa!
I'm just
the podcast,
dang,
bro.
we're gonna have to
I'm
swap the
about to leave right
podcast.
now.
Hey, guys, I big up everyone for joining. Thank you.
Thank you, man.
We're
We
just
out
about to
here.
leave after
You're
that
wilding out right
crazy
now, boy.
comment. Yeah. No,
Yo.
stop, because now we're straying. We were going into revive.
Oh
We're gonna get to Marvel, but we're going to revive. Yeah, we're going to revive. Now, first of all, I just want to make this clear. I have to be clear. For my personal standpoint, I don't think side-scrolling beat 'em up should be 3D. I don't.
Okay.
I personally don't.
All right.
Ever.
What about 2.5D?
Well, that's what it is.
That's what it is, really. 2.5D. But I'm saying 3D in the fact that you can walk close to the camera. I hate it. I don't like.
So we
it.
haven't even talked about.
You're right about that. You're right about
that.
that.
Dropped this year too.
Who?
I did. We had like Russian Beat is so like out.
Russian Beat dropped.
No, well, we don't have a release date, but it seems like they're dropping it this year.
I saw
But
it.
it's like-
I saw the full game at Gamescom.
What's it
Yeah,
called
and-
again?
I didn't get to play it, but I saw someone
Oh,
playing it. There was a build.
Yeah,
There was a build at Gamescom, and there was a
Oh,
booth.
you said it's called Russian Beat?
Russian Beat X. There was a booth.
Russian Beat X.
I saw them playing it. I saw them playing it. And
Yeah,
I was like, nah, should I stop and play? And I thought I should have stopped and played and recorded, but my legs were hurting because I was walking around all day. So I was like,
oh yeah, I feel that.
nah.
Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
like, nah. And I'm like,
I gotta work on like my planning whenever I go to an event because of this stuff. Like somebody was showing me like a portable seat, for example. I'm like, okay,
I need that. Yeah, I need that.
But I mean, well, Evo next year I might actually have a booth for Telemetropolis, so I might be just sitting.
You might be sitting there the whole time.
Yeah,
That'd be dope.
but oh man,
Rushing BX, the art channel, Rushing BX.
What is it? I actually streamed that. I think I had a video ready for. I'm mad backlog with videos, but yeah, that game, man, that needs work.
I think it's a dangerous territory when you do 3D beat 'em ups. I think it's 2.5 whatever 2.5D side scrolling. I think it's a dangerous territory. I think that you're always gonna get that I don't know about this. This looks weird from fans on both sides, like the casual or even the proper beat 'em up Donnies. Like you're gonna get that. We saw what happened with Revolution, innit? We saw what happened with Revolution. Oh my god, Streets is 3D. Oh my god. Do you know what like? And I don't blame them for being like that. I don't actually blame them for being like that.
Donut Sam is on my ass right now. He's like, yo, you play God Hand yet? Or you still fraud? I'm sorry, man. I'm still fraud.
Oh, damn.
I mean, I played God Hand once upon a time, like in my childhood, but I am still fraud. Sorry. I was just talking about how I was trying to buy a copy of it because I want to play it on my PlayStation 2. I'm working on it. Do got to emulate.
Triple A said you're gonna look like an old geezer if you pull out that portable seat, son. I am an old geezer, so I don't mind.
I'll go ahead and look like an old geezer.
Hey, it is one of the worst times when you're sitting in a queue for like 2 hours to play a game for 20 minutes. Like it's insane, bro. That seat is needed. Like I could pull out my laptop and do some work on that seat if you know what I mean in that time, like to make it fair. But anyway, back to where we are at Revive. I just feel that Revive, if it was given to somebody else, no disrespect, Ukes, you're a good dev, you know what you're doing, but I just feel that Double Dragon needs the Streets 4 treatment. That's what I think. Yeah. Double Dragon deserves the Street 4 treatment. Yeah.
I still haven't released my video on that. I was talking about that. Like we need that for their Double Dragon and we need it for Final Fight. But we're on the subject of 2.5D. I think that's kind of my realm because the GOAT Final Fight Streetwise has a 2.5D arcade mode. Okay, and I love it. I love that game.
Wait, Guts might be onto you today. Guts might be onto you today. Go on. Sorry, go on. Continue. Go on.
But Revive has the same problem that I think Russian Beat X has, where they're not fully decided. They're not fully committed to what they want to do in that realm. And I think that's the kind of issue that I have with both games. Again, this is me coming from a guy who has been playing Streetwise for a while, and I big up that game. Like I know overall that game's bad, but I big up that game because of the arcade mode. Because the arcade mode is what Seven Sons, the canceled version, the game that everybody keeps saying they wish they had. That's what the arcade mode is. It's that. And the way they set that up is completely grounded. There's no verticality. It's just straight up, you're on the ground, you're fighting these enemies. It's all about crowd control. And it does this really good thing of like, grab iframes on grabs, sweeping attacks to get everybody around you, all that kind of stuff. And at least Revive does that much, but it has this weird trying to do verticality without doing it kind of thing, which I think
yeah.
Because you've played it. You've actually played it. Yeah, you've actually played it. And
this is what I'm saying. They doing too much with the game. You got to pick and choose what you want to do. Like even the modes.
Yeah, that mode is nuts. What is that?
Crazy modes. They got modes where you do like platforming and stuff. I mean, Double Dragon had platforming, but it was in a base game. This game, it looks like a mode is where you do the platforming, but not the base game. If I'm not mistaken,
is that
so
I think there's platforming in the base game too.
No, there is a bit of platforming. Yeah, I think there is a bit of platforming. Yeah, a little bit.
And that's something I was going to touch on too. I think that's the reason why they're doing the weird verticality thing is because they probably feel like they can't have a Double Dragon game without platforming. Which, honestly, I guess to be fair, that's kind of what we're dealing with. Like,
but what you complain?
About the platforming?
If Double Dragon had Double Dragon had the sick combat, the sick everything, the sick look, would you complain if there was no platforming? Honestly,
absolutely not. No. I'd be glad if it did. Actually,
do you know what I mean? Like, would you complain? Like, I just feel that game just needed the Streets 4 treatment. This 3D stuff, like no one's really. This is my thought process on this. Is this? If your 3D beat 'em up isn't in the third person view, like Sifu, Yakuza, and Sleeping Dogs, don't bother. Personally,
true.
Yeah. Well, In this day and age, absolutely. Because
this Urban Rain look that as well. That view, yes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like God Hand, that view. If it's not like that, don't bother.
Sifu did it right, boy. They did it right. They just literally have to just. The problem I have with
I'll big up Outsider. Sorry, bro. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
So the problem I have with 3D beat 'em ups though is that when you're trying to go from plane to plane, the character has to stop from doing. You know what I'm saying? Like it kills the fluidity of the game, and that's a big thing. Now with Sifu, everything is just so fluid with it. You know what I'm saying? It's flowing. But that's the biggest problem. If you're gonna have a 3D game, the fluidity has to be intact. If not, don't bother. Like that's why I think the new Streets game, it might suffer that real hardcore. It might suffer close to the Double Dragon effect, man.
Don't get me wrong. Double Dragon Revive might not be totally crap. Like, don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah, no. From what I played of it, I don't think it's going to be bad at all. It's just we're at a point right now. It's like with fighting games, where like we pretty much essentially brought 2D back.
Yeah.
So like the 2.5 thing, that's just going to be at this point an acquired taste. Because like with fighting games, the same thing. Well, we got like 2 3D fighters now competing right now. Like there's not a lot of 3D fighters right now.
Tekken and Virtua Fighter, that's it.
Yeah, everything else is pretty much 2D with 3D graphics.
Plane. Yeah, 3D graphics, 2D on a 2D plane. Yeah, and that is what. And then if we talk about the numbers. I know someone in my chat are going to tell me, face your bias. But if we talk about the numbers and which one is the most successful, is Street Fighter 6. Like, we're going to talk about the discourse on everyone else. MK1 died, sorry. And, Tekken going through its growing pains. But, But
if they do a new Final Fight with Street Fighter 6 graphics, I'll lose my mind.
Do you think that'll work?
And this is we're gonna go back to Streetwise. I think Streetwise in concept would have worked fine if they didn't go the GTA route. If they wanted to do the 3D sandbox thing, sure, I think it would have worked fine. I think it was just more so the visuals, the silly story, that kind of thing. That's the problem. I think at a core, the combat was great. It just needed more work. And I think if they did that in the RE engine with a new Final Fight, better art style,
RE engine,
like I said, Street Fighter 6, and update the combat. 'Cause, I mean, come on, we got Devil May Cry 5, right?
Yeah.
They already have the 3D combat down, right? But Final Fight would probably be more grounded compared to DMC.
Yeah.
So, like, I think it's possible they can do it.
They wouldn't.
Of course, I still want to see a 2D one.
They wouldn't dedicate that budget.
That's the thing. The budget thing, right?
Never. I can't ever seen Capcom put in a budget like DMC 5 on a Final Fight. Ever. Can you see that?
That's so frustrating.
It's
to me,
so
'cause
sad.
Like we're putting that budget into the character action games, and it's like, why not 3D beat 'em ups? Because like they would be just as good if they did that, right?
It's crazy too because the characters, like half the characters in Final Fight are in Street Fighter, so it's like, yo, it's not like those characters is just out of nowhere. Like they're they're in their own space. They're literally,
bro. They fight in Metro City, bro.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, they're in Metro City.
They're in Metro City, bro. They fight in Metro City. In Street Fighter, there is a stage called in World Tour mode. It is Metro City. That's what it is.
But, so it's like, keep add Kimberly to the new Final Fight, bro.
But they could add anyone from Street Fighter to Final Fight, and it would just it would work. Like
we totally moved on from Double Dragon Revive.
We did move on from Revive, but we're gonna do.
I do want to get the Final Fight, but
but it's
Revive.
Just yeah. Go on. Sorry, closing off Revive. What do you think?
Yeah,
good or bad game? What? Tell me your thoughts.
I'm gonna wait till I play it again, play the full thing. I think it's gonna be decent. It's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna blow minds. I'd be glad to be wrong. But again, from what I played, I think it's gonna be decent. I don't think it's gonna be bad. I don't think it's gonna be like a blemish on the series or anything like that. Some people were saying that it's gonna be better than Neon. Maybe because it did feel more fluid than Neon did. I'll say that. You didn't like Neon?
Wait, let me start there. Go on, continue. Go on.
I like Neon, bro. I like that game.
You?
Yeah,
I like Neon. It's just for me, it's way too slow of a start. Once you get the upgrades, that's where things start really picking up.
Yeah, that's what you said to me. I didn't get that far.
You gotta play the game.
Yeah, that's probably why. Yeah,
There's two things about Neon. There's two things about Neon that took people off. It's the fact that the pacing of the game and totally, dude, come on, dude, like all that crap, like that.
Yeah,
those are the two things. Come on, we're brothers, dude. Come on,
Cowabunga. I mean, wait, hold on. That's legally distinct. Cowabunga. What is this?
Those are the two things that people was like, all right, what is this, bro? What
but you know the biggest cardinal sin of Neon, after all that 80s dude bro crap, they didn't add the Battletoads.
Oh yeah, that was wild, bro.
You did all that, you didn't do the thing that would pay it off. There's no Battletoads.
The thing that would make it work. Yeah, make it line up. Yeah. But sorry, chat. Sorry, what you saying? Afro says Capcom will make a dog ass beat 'em up. What? Nah. That's my dev. If they actually put effort into a beat 'em up, Capcom would probably make one of the best.
Hold on, wait. So when you say dog ass, is that like Gen Z for like dope? Like
yeah. You gotta tell me if it's dope or bad. Yeah, elaborate on that, Afro. Donut Summer says
we're old men in here.
They could have improved on it. I liked Adamski says I liked Double Dragon Neon, but I also didn't. Gut said I hated Neon.
Brothers are dudes, bro.
Weren't they supposed to be Luke? Weren't they supposed to be Luke alternative versions of Jimmy and Billy? Or am I misunderstanding? Who? Oh, it's Detroit slang. Seen. No, it means
with Double Dragon, there's always alternate versions. There's never been. That's the other thing I was touching on in the video. I never released it, but that was the other thing I was touching on with Double Dragon. There's never been an established. This is Double Dragon. There's never been established. It's never been established. It's always been a new remake, reboot. Thing.
You're right,
with everything.
Right.
And Revive, same thing. Gaiden, same thing.
And then
I love Gaiden, by the way.
They keep whoring out Double Dragon, man. Stop whoring it out, bruv. It doesn't need to go to every dev. Pick one and let them make it, please.
What was the original dev? What was the original dev for them again? I forgot.
It starts with T. Tech something.
Tecmo?
No, not
Technos.
Technos. Technos. That's it. Yeah.
Technos, right? Yeah, those guys.
Yeah.
Once they gave it over, I think that's when it went downhill, in my opinion, bro.
Well, they were doing that even back then, even back with the first game.
Yeah, they were doing that. They was whoring it
It's
out.
always
That's
been
the
like
whole
that.
reason why
They
it's
were,
like
right?
that. But just
I have
go on. Sorry.
So I have a different take. I think that they can keep doing that, because right now they're still supporting Gaiden.
Fair enough.
Still getting
that's a good.
more
That
DLC
was a
packs.
good one. Now to give it to them, Secret Race. That was a good
Yeah.
one. Yeah, that was a good one.
So they got 2 more DLC packs still coming out while Revive is in progress. So I think they can do that. What they need is like a central, like, hey, this is Double Dragon. That's what I think they need. That's because, like, okay, think of the Ninja Turtles, right? What do you think about when you hear Ninja Turtles? Every generation probably has their Ninja Turtles, but most of us are probably thinking the 80s cartoon.
Yeah.
Like that's what the game. That's where the game's centered on. But you got different versions of TMNT. I think they could do that with Double Dragon. It's just we need something that respects the origin of it. And then if you want to branch out, do a Neon 2, do a Gaiden 3, a Revive 2. Like if you want to do all that, cool. But we need like a central, like this is Double Dragon. Yeah. I think they're trying to do that Revive. And I don't really feel like that's the thing that's gonna really push it. We need like a brand new, like return to form.
I need the
Double Dragon. Really, just give me an HD version of Advanced. That's all I'm asking for.
A lot of people would love that. A lot of people would love that. A lot of people rate Advanced a lot.
I could tell you, my boy, Kamal's boy, for sure. Because me and Kamal talks about that game all the time. Yeah. Advanced was the game. Because they mixed all of the goodness from all of the Double Dragons into that game.
Yeah.
But it just wasn't on the consoles, you know what I'm saying? It was for the game. It was for the Game Boy Advance, correct? Yeah, so
yeah.
That's the problem.
You lot are talking about a very, very good one there. Guts is saying Konami deserves to be mentioned in the beat 'em up space. They do.
I think we'll probably talk about that when we talk about Marvel, because Marvel is a Konami. I will say Tribute Games is the next Konami. I'm gonna just say that right now.
The next beat 'em up, Konami in the beat 'em up.
For better or for worse, I think they're gonna be next Konami.
You know what? Let's move on to that. Let's just move on to that because we know where we're going with Double Dragon. We know what's happening.
Yeah,
it's what it is. And
we need to play it.
We just need to play it. We just need to play it. But let's move on to that Marvel. Let me give the good guy take, because I know there's a bad guy here. Yes, right. Let me give the good guy take. First of all, shout out Combat Team. I think you've done a sick job. I think you've done exactly what I wanted you to. I know that sounds so selfish, but you've done exactly what I wanted you to. Just tone down the flying around enemies. I'm comparing it to Turtles, so that's how I'm going to do. Tone that down. Give me some combos. Give me some expression. And give me a new mechanic that I like, which is the tag mechanic. I like that mechanic. It's been done before. Like Gaiden did it. Like, you get what I'm saying? But I like the way they've done it with the assists and all that. That's cool. I've always rated Tribute pixel art. I've always rated that. I always thought that their pixel art is top tier for me. Personally.
By the way, the same artist for Tribute that did Marvel and Shredder's Revenge also did art for Vengeance Hunters. Just want to point that out.
Damn, he downgraded. I'm joking. He definitely rushed. Anyway, we move. I'm joking. I'm playing.
Oh boy.
But yeah, the art level for Tribute is top tier for me when it comes to pixel. Like, that's what I feel. I feel them, and I really like Way Forward as well. But that's a whole nother conversation. I like that. Anyway, second of all, combat for me is there. My gripes with it so far, as I've been playing it, is a little bit of the enemies. It's a bit and the scaling. And we need some sort of scaling. I feel that I batter that game. I feel, especially in co-op, I feel that it's hit dead. Next guy hit dead. Boss mauled. Like, the boss needs to get off me. Like, get off me, man. What you look? That's 20 of you on me. Like, move. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just feel that the damage a bit too much. I think we're killing these guys a bit too quick. Do you know what I mean? Apart from that, I'm Gucci on that game. I think that game was wicked. Anyone else want to chime in? What do you think after playing the demo? Anyone can chime in? Any of y'all can chime in.
Chat's gonna be a minute. They're like what?
Right, so
30 seconds behind, I think. Something like that.
Oh, you waiting for chat to catch? Oh, okay. Go on, West. Go on, West. Go on there. Go on, West. Go.
So here's my thing about that game, right? Goodness about the game. I was worried, just like Face, when it came to the combat. I thought it was just going to be like just a reskin of Turtles, like the mechanics. But don't get me wrong. The fighting mechanics of Turtles is still there. It's just like it's more refined, and I think the mechanics are a little bit more sophisticated in this game than Turtles. Maybe a step up from Turtles, because although you could juggle people a little bit better, more, and they kind of like tone down the enemies just bouncing around the screen.
Mm-hmm.
There's still not things like OTG. You can't, like, once a person's on the floor, you can't lift them up to combo them again. So it's that. Then again, like Face said, the scaling, they need to fix that. The more people you have in your team, the weaker y'all should be. Or if you're gonna have that, if the characters are gonna be that strong, then honestly, it needs to be just complete pandemonium. Like, it needs to be just a whole bunch of enemies on the screen, like crazy amount of enemies. Like, I've seen you play with 4 players, and it still doesn't look too hectic. Like, it's still like a little bit of enemies on the screen. It should be a lot more, bro.
Yeah.
This is Marvel Cosmic Invasion.
Blame the Switch for that, though. But anyway, we move. Sorry. I blame the Switch for all of these lack of enemies on stream, because
they gotta scale it and do stuff like that.
Anyway, let's keep going. Sorry.
But yeah, I just think it needs to be crazier when it comes to enemies. Like, enemies have to be like just a crazy amount, because it's like the comic books when they, the Avengers fight the enemies. They fight a slew of enemies, man. Like, Captain America himself could take on like 20 guys. Freaking She-Hulk, she could take on 20 to 30 people at once. So it should just, I'm not saying it should just be like 100 guys on the screen, but it should just be more than what we've given, what we're given in the demo. Now, the bosses, again, it seems to me is like a lot of developers, I wouldn't say 100% copy and paste the same method from previous games that was successful, like Turtles. But it seems so a tad bit like it's like Turtles with a little spice on it, because even when you get to the bosses, have the boss theme, and I could tell, like, the composer who made Turtles, T. Lopes, he basically has the same kind of feel, like, with the boss music. And then on top of that, when you fight the boss and the boss dies, they still have that, like the boss from Turtles. Like, when they get hit, they do this like little
they do
shaking,
shake. Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah.
So it seems like at first we thought it was a reskin, but it's not a reskin. If they didn't add certain things, then people could be like, all right, this is a reskin, guys. This is a reskin. So it's like borderline reskin, but it's like, all right, you added better fighting mechanics. You added the tag feature. So that's amazing. There's a lot of stuff that could be explored with that.
Yeah, I like
that.
I
have a feeling that they probably gonna add like a PvP mode.
Ooh,
if they add a PvP mode, that'll be kind of dope. That game deserves it, bro. I think so. I think it deserves a PvP. But yeah, that's my take. The game is amazing, but I just want almost the same thing that Face wants, and I want OTG in.
We saying did talk to us. Go on, did. Go on.
Absalom is going to steamroll this game.
Oh, here we
God.
go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Going to steamroll this game.
Here we
I'm
go.
sorry, listen, Guard Crush. I'm telling you, when I say Guard Crush set the bar, I'm telling you they're going to steamroll.
I agree with the Guard Rush set the bar. 100% agree with that.
I agree. I pretty much agree with Wes on like the enemy. We need more enemies on screen.
Oh, definitely.
That's the thing that Konami has always done pretty good, is having a ton of enemies on screen. And of course, like I said, I'm giving it some grace because it was a demo, but I am seeing some things in it that I just did not like from Shredder's Revenge as well, where the enemies are just kind of passive, and like you have this, and especially in this game, compared to Shredder's Revenge, you have tag mechanics, you got all this other stuff, and like the enemies just don't really do much of anything. They're very very simple to get around. They're not aggressive. They don't try to surround you. There was like a tweet that was made recently that I quote tweeted that showed Streets of Rage 2. You jump in the Streets of Rage 2, 5 seconds in, the Gaussias are all over you, jabbing you. And this is on like normal to hard difficulty. But then they compared it to Shredder, not Shredder's Revenge, Marvel. And it's like you just walk and jab, you're good.
Can I just chime in just a little bit? Can I just chime in there just a little bit? Just to say, do you think, I'm just asking you a question, do you think that is because of the era that we're in now is why it's like that? Because we're in the era of easy mode. You know that, right?
I think so. I was actually discussing this in the server the other day. I think developers kind of have the wrong idea of what the audience wants, because I was talking about like when Shredder's Revenge first came out, it was kind of hard to get anybody to play it all the way through because it was 16 levels long. Like I even sat down with my kids. My kids played Streets of Rage 4 all the way through. They played Streets of Rage 2 all the way through. They played practically any other beat 'em up I played with them, like Fighting Rage or whatever. They played it all the way through. They checked out at like stage 10.
Yeah, they said, it's too long. Yeah, it's too long. Yeah,
and I think like this is why I want to say with Marvel, I hope Marvel is shorter, because the replay value in beat 'em ups is that you're constantly coming back, you're picking a new character, you're doing these different challenge runs, all these kind of things. That's where the replay value is. And I feel like with Shredder's Revenge, the reason I have not played it a lot is because I got to be in the mood to play it. It's 16 levels long. It's a hour and a half at best run for me, because I'm not a speed runner. With the way that Marvel is right now, I hope they go the whole short and sweet route. Even if they do like different paths and stuff that you can go, and you can go back and play different levels and stuff like that, do something like that. I really hope that like the arcade mode in this game is like that, where it's shorter, because I think that's what would have made Shredder's Revenge work better for me, is if it was a shorter game. Also, boss design, they're doing the same thing as Shredder's Revenge. I don't like it. I don't like the boss design in
what
Marvel.
I said, bro.
I'm not liking it. The whole super armor thing, I get it. Konami kind of did a similar thing with their games. I'm just not a huge fan of it. I think there should be a better way they can do this. Maybe have like you go into 4 players, there's like 2 bosses, something of that. But like right now, I'm not liking how the bosses are set up right now.
What would you do differently?
As far as boss design goes?
Bosses. Yeah, that's a
like
question to both of you and Wes. I'm just asking, being like an interviewer. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so like we're talking about, like I think Beetle has a good framework. If we were to, I think even if we were to remove the armor and made him a little bit more aggressive, he'd still be pretty good. Taskmaster leaves a lot to be desired. Like, this is a guy that can copy your moves. I feel like they could do so much more with him.
He did copy though. He's got Cap's shield throw. He's got Spider's web swing.
You should have almost everybody's, like something from everybody.
That is a lot of work for one boss, though.
I know.
That's unrealistic.
No. The way I think they could do it though is he has his base moves that he copies off of you guys, right? But then if it's like 1 or 2 players or whatever, he'll copy off of what characters you selected during that time. So he already has Captain. Who else he has? What other characters he has? He has like 3 other characters right now. That's
Spidey, and then like he has the uppercut of Captain America.
Yeah. So he got already 2 attacks from Captain. Whatever, he can keep that. But his base could be that. But then when you are using like let's just say Rocket Raccoon, then maybe he could copy you when you're using Rocket Raccoon.
That's a lot of work, though.
No, I know it's a lot of work.
To see that, and remember, imagine you're playing 4 players as well, and everyone's got 2 characters. That's 8. That's 8
I got it.
Characters.
I got it.
So for me, to
understand that.
finish my point on Taskmaster and the boss design, this is where I think Tribute's weak point is that like they think every enemy needs to have armor. I don't think Taskmaster needs to have armor. He has a shield. He blocks.
Yeah, this
right?
is true.
And he comes off as he comes off as like I don't know if it's for you guys, but to me, he comes off as a character that's going to be an unlockable, like he's an actual playable character. That's what he comes off as to me.
He might be.
And I'm like, well, if you're gonna do that, you have dodge mechanics and stuff like that. Why is he not dodging? Like he's just standing there and taking punches. And it's like, no, let have him block more. He has a blocking. Well, not block more. He does block a lot. But he has a blocking counter.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like make him dodge, make him move out of the way. Like if you throw a projectile at him, let him dodge out of the way. That kind of stuff. You know, like he just seems like he doesn't really do much for somebody like this is Taskmaster we're talking about here. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit of a nerd
No, go for it.
But like this is Taskmaster we're talking about here. Like he could be dodging, he could be well, and that's the thing. I think this is like from what I was told, this was stage 3. So maybe they're
That's
trying
stage
to
3.
tone it down a bit. Yeah, from what I understand, it's stage 3. So maybe they're trying to tone it down a bit because it's like early in the game. So maybe you fight him later. He has more of these abilities, but I really think that he should just be dodging and kind of. I think he should be the skill check character. That's what I'm thinking.
I got you.
But hear me out though. But hear me out. One thing I noticed, right, and this was speaking to another developer on another game, right. One thing I noticed is when I'm speaking to that person, I'm always speaking to them within the constraints of my own skill level, and I hardly ever think about anybody else's. Now,
right?
Do you feel that this is just me asking you a question? I'm not trying to influence no one's like view on this. I'm just saying, do you feel that when we speak about making these bosses be able to do this stuff is a bit too mad for the person who is just picking up the beat 'em up?
No.
See, remember, right? This is just my personal take on it. I want this genre to be played by as many people as possible. Yeah? Right. Without compromising the fun that I'm having with the genre itself. Yeah? So that now, don't you think that's so difficult? Like, because I complain about this too. Don't get me wrong, boys. I'm with you. I complain about this as well. I want to do stuff and I want to test my skill against a guy. Don't get twisted. But then I think we're in a time where these are not popular genres and we need people to play them. We need them to be popular so we can get more of them. Don't you think adding all that stuff would be a bit too much for the casual / new player? I'm asking you.
No.
This is my suggestion for the hardest difficulty, by the way.
See, that's the fix right there. But go ahead.
Hardest. But that means we can't. That means we can't complain about it now.
Right, and that's the thing. Like my thing is they didn't really do that with Shredder's Revenge. Like the harder difficulties didn't really do much. That's what I'm kind of worried about here. Is that it's going to be the same thing here, and that's I touched on this. I actually made a post about this on Twitter, where I think casual players are not given enough credit. Like, and again, I know this is a different era. Like, the games we grew up on, right? But it felt like developers even back then were still trying to cater to the casual audience, but they were still challenging them. Like, you still had to learn the game, right? And I think that I think the issue with trying to cater to the casual audience is that we end up in a situation where the hard difficulty is not really going to do much, right? Because what happens with these journalists and stuff like that is they'll go and play the hardest difficulty and then they'll complain about the game being too hard. So it trickles down to even the harder difficulties in the overall design. And that's where I'm trying to suggest hey, it doesn't have to pin you down because it is a demo and it's probably easy mode.
Yeah.
But you could set the seeds for okay, once it gets to a harder difficulty, he's definitely going to be doing this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing that I'm trying to suggest. I don't know if Deadly Metropolis is really going to cater to the casual audience. I'm going to be honest, but I'm the type that I think we should start at the top and then trickle it down. You know, make that harder difficulty, and then think about, okay, well, how can we back off a little bit for normal and easy and stuff like that. I think Fighting Rage did this pretty well. It's still a really tough game though for a casual audience. But Streets of Rage 2 did it perfectly, where like anybody can play Streets of Rage 2. People will probably see me playing Mania and think, "Oh, you're crazy," but it's like, no, anybody can go and play Streets of Rage 2. If you know how to do certain things or whatever, you'll steamroll that game up into like hard mode.
We are but we are in the era of less learning, more go in and have fun. We are in that era, unfortunately, because remember, we grew up in the era on learning. Yeah,
we had to learn the game.
Hold on, and remember, we weren't just learning; devs were learning. Everyone was learning, because that industry was new, so everyone was learning. So we grew up in the era of learning, and we understand it now because that's where we grew up. Now, I just go on the standpoint of my kids. They grew up in the era. They're growing up in the era of fun, off the bat, and the dopamine hits that you get off the bat. Yeah, so it's all about getting that dopamine hit off the bat before you learn how to get it. Do you see what I mean? Before you learn how to get it, right? Because they don't want to do the learn to get it and then get the dopamine hit. They want to do, I want the dopamine hit now. I want it as soon as I play it. As soon as I play it, right? That's how they want it. Yeah. So it's like you cannot. This genre, I see what you say, what you're saying, Straja, and I hear what you're saying, Din. Yeah, right. I'm just gonna to give you a little bit of pushback though. This genre cannot ignore anyone. Can't.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, we can't. Okay. We're not in a position to talk. We're not shooters. We're not MMOs. We're not mobile games. We're not there.
I'm gonna give you a little bit of pushback there.
Go on. No, this is what we're here for. Go on.
With me talking about Absalom, Steamroll, and Marvel, you don't think, having played the demo for Absalom, that doesn't have like an entryway for casuals?
Oh, it does.
Like with
yeah, it does.
Because like that's what I'm talking about there. Like I think Absalom is going to be like Streets 2, where like there's a good entryway. Casuals can play the game. They can get it down. They got their mechanics and stuff that they can do. You know, their upgrades and all that, and everything gives you that kind of dopamine from the jump. But it looks like they're definitely going to be ramping up the difficulty later in the
but the way they've done it in Absalom is not perfect though. It's not perfect though. I can see man getting stuck at the King boss. I can see man. Yeah. I can 100. I'm gonna tell you 100% first thing I can see about Absalom that people are not gonna be able to do so easy. See the clash mechanic. They ain't gonna get the timing right. Yep. We will get the timing right. Yeah. The chat here will get the timing right because we do this. And we're all of that from that era and that age or whatever, and that had that experience. Yeah, new guys not.
I know some hardcores that think that the clash system is gonna be detrimental.
It is
because it's gonna make the game hella easy, and I actually agree with that too. Like I think once you learn, it's probably gonna. But I don't know. I trust Guard Crush is probably going to throw in some curveballs.
Oh yeah, definitely. They're going to throw in some.
We already see the dogs moving in the.
The dogs are mad.
Down the Z-axis.
The dogs are mad. Oh, hey, that's another reason why I love that game. That's another reason why that dogs are mad. The dog is moving up and down. Like what? You hit me out of nowhere.
Like that's like in this is the first world we'll talk about. Like I think they're going to throw some curveballs.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I don't know if that clash system is going to be too detrimental in a later game, but. That's me giving Garth the benefit of the doubt.
That's the thing. It seems like with that game they work from the top to the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Which works. Yes. And Shredder's Revenge, the problem I have with that is they're not doing that. And like to piggyback on what you said about Taskmaster, you can make him aggro, but make him weaker for casuals, like as far as defense, or make his timing a little bit slower, but still be aggro. In this game, he seems like he's copying the Captain America. Like he's literally just tanking attacks and that's it. And then, you know what I'm saying? But again, this is a demo. And hopefully, you know, they kind of cater to the both audiences. And you're right, Face. We got to, like, this genre, we need to cater to both audiences. Now, I read you. And Guts, I see your comments, man. Listen, listen, we're all in agreement in here, right? Face, Din. we understand the gripes and issues with being a developer, right? That a lot of stuff that we want to come into fruition in the game, it's tough. It could be tough. It's a lot of work. So I understand why developers choose a certain route of introducing certain things in the game, because it's like, what, if you're making this amount of money for a game that you put this amount of effort in, then why change it? Why change the formula? This game is like Turtle. They have the same kind of formula as Shredder's Revenge, and they know it's going to sell millions of dollars, probably millions of copies or whatever. Why change it up? Why? There's honestly no reason why they need to change it up for this particular
touch on
game.
a bit with the Taskmaster thing a little bit. That was the thing that I was saying, is that, like, I don't think it's going to get any better with higher difficulty, because this is what we're seeing. Like, I don't think they're going to change how he moves or anything like that.
They're not.
And because that's what Shredder's Revenge, they just kind of make them do more damage. Maybe I think we'll add a bit more armor. Like, that's the only problem that I kind of have with Tribute's design philosophy. Like, it boils down to, like, it really isn't for me. Like, and if everybody else is cool with it, then cool. Like, it's gonna be, it is what it is. But my suggestion with Taskmaster isn't even so much to make him harder; it's just to make him more unique to the other bosses and not rely too much on armor. Because like you just said, like, they could tone down those things and make it easier, make him slower to attack, make him a little less aggressive, maybe on easier difficulty tanks attacks, stuff like that. But from what I'm seeing right now, and how I know from Shredder's Revenge, the higher difficulties are probably not going to change his patterns that much. And they're probably not going to give him new things.
I hear that. I hear that. No, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying in that sense. One thing about difficulty modes, though, difficulty modes is a very fine line. Difficulty modes are like, they can be a blessing and a curse in some ways.
Nope. Let me tell you why. Well, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, because, okay, first of all, there is a thing called ego gaming. I believe ego gaming within gaming is a real thing. I believe there are certain companies who have made billions off ego gaming from software. Yeah, right. Literally, ego. Just literally, just getting the ego. Right. Normal difficulty is so hard to balance between the casual and the hardcore audience, because how do I explain this? Because, like, no one wants to put it on easy. No one does. I believe no one does. No one doesn't want to have to feel like they have to put it on easy. Like, Sifu was a prime example. The complaints on Twitter were insane for Sifu when it first dropped.
That game is tough.
Same thing happened with Fighting Rage,
and they had to add difficulty modes, right? They had to add difficulty modes, and they had to tone down the actual more normal mode also, just to please certain people. Which for me, they should have never done. You should have never done that. You should have gone the From Software route and stuck to your guns and said, "Nah, if you can't play it, you can't play it." Sorry, bro.
But let me piggyback on that.
Yeah, but hold on. Let me just finish where I'm going.
Go ahead.
It's with difficulty modes. It's hard to, like, especially normal mode. It's hard to, like, get it right. It's hard to get it right. It's so difficult to get it right, because normal mode, basically, you've got to please both parties. You've got to please us lot to know how to play these games and how to do whatever, and then you've got to please casual lot, and then you've got to please new player. Remember, casual and new player are two different people. Yeah, casuals play loads of different games here and there. New player is, I don't play this genre at all. Even new players got an ego, because you don't know what games new players coming from. So he's got an ego also. So balancing normal is, like, so finicky. And if I'm honest, I think it's okay for normal to be on the easier side and for us lot to go and play on hard.
That's fine.
I think that's a fair point because like it's the same thing with Streets 2. Like I'm not going to be playing on normal. Like, well, okay, so I'll say this.
It's too easy for you now. Yeah, it's too easy for you.
I actually like. I think my comfort zone in Streets 2 is like hardest, and then Mania. That's it.
Yep.
And it's like I'll play the lower difficulties for speed running because there is a challenge to trying to beat the easier difficulties at a really fast time for a lot of reasons, right? But yeah, I think to speak to that, because I know we just said we don't want to isolate any audience, but I think you kind of have to. Like you kind of have to pick your audience, who you're going to go for, and or at least as far as the core design goes. Like I think we do like need to get to a point of like figuring out how can we keep that challenge and do it in a way, because beat 'em ups. Okay, so the problem with beat 'em ups is if you play Mario, right?
Yeah.
There is an immediate like correlation between the player's input and what they see on screen.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When you like, you'll immediately know, oh, if I held this button, I'm running, right? There's like intuitive things that you can just pick up by playing the game. Beat 'em ups have a problem where like there's not that. You need like a tutorial to tell you what the mechanics are and that kind of stuff. Like, how do I explain to someone, or at least how do I show someone in Streets of Rage, for example, how to land from a throw? That you can land from a throw, right? That kind of stuff.
Just timing, isn't it? Yeah.
I think that's where part of the problem is that like there's no intuitive way when you make these games more difficult to show them, hey, you can just do this and they'll bypass this.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
But there is a way to fool the brain into making them do that.
You can do that stuff.
Let me tell you how you fool the brain. Let me tell you how you fool the brain. Right. This is my personal take on it. Right. You need to make the player want to learn something. Yeah. Right.
Right.
To make the player want to learn something. Yeah. There should be rewards for learning it. Yeah. So, I think. Now, I might be wrong. Everyone might go, I think whatever difficulty you play on should reward you for something at the end. I think a whole character should be locked until you've clocked it on this hardest difficulty or this normal difficulty or this thing. I think you should be rewarded.
Push back for that.
I think you should be rewarded for that, because if you're rewarded, you're more likely to learn. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Hold on. Let me tell you why. Hold on. Sorry to use it again, but I'm going to use Street Fighter as a term. Street Fighter is a term for rewarding you and fooling your brain into thinking that you're doing something well by giving you a different rank. Fighting games do that to you.
Yeah.
So now your ego is being played on your rank. Oh, I want to rank up. I want to get to master. How do I get to master? You got to have an element of learning how to use the game. Now, even the modern controls, you skip some of the learning, but even with the modern control, you still got to learn to like have fundamentals to even get to master anyway. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
It's fooling the brain into thinking, okay, I need to fool you to make you want to learn and not just stay on easy mode or stay on normal or whatever and get good at this game. So I'm going to lock something behind it to say, all right, if you complete on this, I'm going to give you this.
Yep.
That's how I think it should be.
Here's a little pushback on that. I agree 100%. However,
go on.
The audience do not agree.
You don't think the audience agree?
Anytime I talk about anything like that in regards to beat 'em up design, the first thing they say is, well, what if they can't do it? What if they can't get that secret costume by beating Mania?
Yeah, but why can't
then they don't get the costume?
You don't get it. But you didn't learn it.
The audience don't like they want everything now.
Yeah, but it doesn't stop you from beating the game though. You still beat the game. If that's all you want to have.
But they want everything though. If there's a costume that's like Fighting Rage has this problem right now because there's costumes locked behind, I think, one credit clearing hardest.
Oh, that's insane though.
And people were
that's insane. That's insane though. Come on, let's balance it a little bit. Like
it does teach you how to get better at the game though.
It does.
Like, it's a goal. And I agree with doing stuff like that, but people were complaining like, well, I want this costume and I can't get it because the game's too hard. And it's like, well, look, I'm sorry, that's how we grew up. If you weren't 10 toes down, you weren't getting everything. But the thing is like everybody wants to. That's why achievements are not like I used to play Halo Reach. There was an achievement where you had to jump off a cliff, land on an elite, and kill him.
Yeah.
Me and my friend win the co-op because co-op when you die you don't restart. We were at that for hours before we got that.
But then the achievement of when you got it though, did it feel good?
Felt good.
Yeah.
Did that dopamine
It
hit
felt
good?
Felt
right?
great. It was awesome. I was like, oh, we did something awesome.
But
those achievements, they don't do those achievements anymore. They don't do achievements like that anymore. Like
I think they need to.
Complain.
But they need to. Yeah, but hold on. How can they? This is what gets on my nerves. How can they complain about it when it's not a From Software game? That's what I don't understand. When it's a From Software game, sell 10 millions of millions. They're locking everything behind you killing that boss.
Let me tell you why for software games work. Right? They work, and this is what I was saying. What I was trying to say before about difficulty. Like we're in the era. Yes, people want that quick dopamine, right? But
they want it,
right? But here's the thing: we're in the era of content creation and games being made around that and regular consumers. So if you're able to make a game that basically baits people's ego and you're able to cater to the casuals who just want to play the game or just be in the same kind of world as a content creator.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Because the thing is like this.
Right.
Look at freaking Elden Ring, bro.
Yeah.
The game, I know Face is not a fan of it. I love the game, right? Mm-hmm. I like the game because of the difficulty and just the different things. And the biggest thing about the game that I loved is just that it was a nice, the open world aspect, and you could get lost in the game. Just all of the stuff, all the intricacies of the game, I loved about it. But the biggest selling point for the game is just the absurd difficulty it had. Like some things just didn't make sense. You could be walking somewhere, all of a sudden, a big dragon comes out of nowhere, flames you, shoots a fireball, and you're just dead out of nowhere. Right. You know what I'm saying? Or you can fight this boss. Like as soon as you start the game, you come down. There's a freaking what is this guy's name? The tree sentinel. You could choose to fight him or not. And then some people they challenge each other, even casuals. Yo, I bet you can't beat the tree sentinel. Yes, I can. And then they be on there for hours. So
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The streamers.
That's how I'd market. That's how I'd market. That's how I'd market beat 'em ups. You know.
So that's how you can market it, bro. That's literally how you can market it.
That's how I'd market beat 'em ups.
Wait. So to speak to that though, and I'm glad we kind of shifted topics here. My final word on Marvel is that I'm still gonna buy it. I just don't. There's so many beat 'em ups this year. I'm getting absent first. Yeah. But I'm glad we shifted to this because this is a very important thing about what I was talking about when it comes down to the casual audience. If we're going to cater to them, that's what we're dealing with. They want everything, and that's kind of my issue with like not catering to the hardcores first and then trickling down to the casuals. Is that the casuals want everything? So if that's gonna be your core audience, you can't do this. You can't do the achievement thing. You can't do the challenge thing, or at least to the degree that we're used to. You can't do it because that complaint is always going to be, well, I can't get this costume. I can't get this achievement. I can't 100% the game. I can't do this and that because I'm not a pro player. And it kind of makes me wonder what Ninja Gaiden 4 is going to be following under, because they did have a video talking about difficulty in that game. I don't know if you guys watched it yet.
No, I ain't watched it.
But I was like, hey, look at that. I'm a Ninja Gaiden noob, and I might be able to play Ninja Gaiden 4.
Well, but that game is ridiculous.
I've actually played that game.
Those games are OD, bro.
I've actually played that game. I'll tell you a funny story about that game. When I went to play at Gamescom, right? So you get one little stage. So you get a stage. And the stage is quite short, but it ends in a boss, right? It tells you briefly how to beat this boss, but it doesn't fully explain it, right? So my first run, I got smoked. But now what the game's doing is playing on my ego now. It's saying, Face, you can't beat me. And I know that's going to get me. So it's like, Face, you can't beat me. You can't beat me. So I got smoked. My 20, 30 minutes was up. I left, My ego was so bad, I queued up
You had
again.
to go back.
I had to go back.
Yeah.
That is such the sickest. That is one of the sickest marketing strategies for beat 'em ups. It's ridiculous. I think you gotta think about that in a way. But anyway.
Yeah. But that's why I'm like, I think that like we have to like decide what audience we're gonna go for, because Souls is not trying to go for casuals. You know,
but it gets them.
Yeah, it gets them somehow still.
If you sell 10 million copies in how many days, you got the casuals, bro.
You know how
I think that's just because
you know why it gets them. I tell you how it gets them. It's this conversation. Sorry, it's this simple conversation. Have you played Elden Ring? Johnny says, "All right, no, let's no. Let me scenario. Johnny is here. Billy is here. Johnny says to Billy, "Oh, I've got this game called Elden Ring." Yeah. Billy goes, "Oh, what's that about?" First thing Johnny says, "It's mad difficult." Johnny don't say the game's good. Johnny don't say the gameplay's wicked, the graphics wicked. Johnny don't say nothing. First thing Johnny says, "It's mad difficult. Trust me, bro. Oh, I'm stuck on this boss and this happens and that happens and oh my god, and it's got open world. You got to find these weapons and this boss is crazy. The enemy kills me." You've piqued Billy's gamer ego. Billy's like, "Oh, really? Yeah, bro. Bruv, I'm stuck." Billy in his head is thinking, "I'm a good gamer. I can go and play it myself." And then the cycle continues. And then Billy watches a streamer say the same thing and streamer dies all the time. The streamer dies all the time. Billy's ego's getting inflated even more. I can beat that boss. Claire is watching the streamer doing the same thing. Claire has heard from Bertha to say Bertha can't beat this boss, but Claire's beat the boss, and it goes to a cycle. It's just a play on gamers' ego.
Casuals.
That's
Casuals in this conversation too, bro.
That is casuals.
Casuals. But this is the thing.
But this will be we were just speaking on before though, like Fighting Rage, Final Vendetta specifically, these two games specifically worked on that at first. That's what they came out was. Yes, Final Vendetta, forced 1cc, you don't beat it in that first go, you're done. Right? It like for the core audience, yes, this is what we wanted. The casuals, how come I can't continue? The thing is, the perception for beat 'em ups is that it's just a mashy button game. So you're just gonna play in and you mash buttons. So when you get a game like Fighting Rage or Final Vendetta that does that, Souls like, yeah, you're gonna have to bring your A game if you want to play this game. You get a lot of that pushback, and that's the only thing is that for some reason the casual audience for Souls is like, yeah, I could beat that. Let's go for the challenge.
Because no, tell you why. I'll tell you why they would go for the challenge there and not in the beat 'em up. Because the challenge over there is marketed that way. That's the way it's marketed. Now now From Software do not need to talk about difficulty. They don't need to say nothing because they know every audience knows my game is hard. I'm gonna get it, and then the dopamine hit of actually beating that game and finishing that game is gonna lead you to buy the next game. If your game is marketed that way, if you come out the gate and say, "Bro, this game is hard," I highly doubt players are going to pass it. You're going to peak gamers' ego. You're going to peak the ego. As soon as you start peaking the ego, then that's when the conversation starts. Then peak the ego of content creators, because content creators are your new advertisement. Content creators is your new commercial. Forget commercials now. That was the marketing for Final Vendetta though, and they still ended up having to
let me tell you the problem. I'm gonna be super honest with you, but go ahead, speak. Go ahead, speak.
But this is what I want to ask though. Do you think that something like a Shredder's Revenge or Marvel is kind of harming that ability to market your game that way? Because if somebody goes in and plays Shredder's Revenge or Marvel or something like that, and that's their first beat 'em up, that might be their perception of the genre. Oh, I can just go in and kind of mash buttons and do whatever.
No, I don't think it's harming you. I think it's making it better.
You think so?
Yeah. Tell you why. You're always going to need your entry-level game to get into. They've got the IP as well. They've got the IP, Turtles and Marvel games. I don't think they could market those games as being hard, because that would be stupid. That would be stupid.
Though.
No, but if they did, that would be stupid. Bruv, imagine my kid seeing Wolverine and wanting to play as Wolverine because he likes Wolverine, and then he gets in the game and he can't press 2 buttons because the enemies are just destroying him. That ain't gonna work.
No. What I'm saying is that, again, the whole difficulty thing.
But what I'm saying is, where you stand out, if you marketed your game as it is super hard and it's going to be hard to beat, you stand out in the crowd of all of the other beat 'em ups are easy. I've clocked these. This game can't be really that hard. Then they buy it and go and play it and get smoked. And then they think, oh, raw, it is. And then that's when the cycle continues of talk to this guy, talk to that guy about it, talk to this guy. It just has to be marketed that way from the get-go.
Yeah, that, and the thing is too, to be quite honest with you, games like Fight and Rage and Vendetta, Vendetta, they in my opinion, number one, they didn't market it that way, and number two, aesthetically, I don't know if they just grabbed people who weren't beat 'em up enthusiasts, like beat 'em up fans. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, that's
like
fair. That's fair.
I don't think like Faces kids are just gonna be like, oh shoot, let me play.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's true. Yeah,
that's the problem.
Well, I don't know. Final Vendetta, like surprisingly, because Final Vendetta, this is the other thing I want to touch on. Final Vendetta came out the same day as Shredder's Revenge. I don't know if you guys know that.
Yeah, it did. No, I do know that it did. Yeah.
And there was like this crazy marketing thing that happened because at first we were like, because Shredder's Revenge release date did not drop until like about a week out or something like that. And Final Vendetta had already had his release date. So when that happened, because I was helping the devs team and I was like, oh no, this is dropping the same day, or like I think it was like a day apart. But there was this weird marketing thing that happened where like everybody was just like, Shredder's Revenge is for casuals, Final Vendetta is for the hardcore. And like I said, Final Vendetta was said to be the Dark Souls of beat 'em ups. I'm not kidding. Like there was a quote.
Yeah,
somebody quoted and said that.
But then there are other factors that is going to stop Final Vendetta from reaching its goal. I'll tell you another factor. This is a whole nother topic, by the way. I'm sorry. I just to be honest. Another factor is this. Visuals being tied with the words classic and retro and old school is a problem.
Yeah.
It's a huge problem.
Yeah, but don't you think in that situation though, because Shredder's Revenge, like I said, Shredder's Revenge came out the same day. Yeah. That was also pixel art though.
But
so it's kind of
Shredder's Revenge is Turtles. It's gonna easily kill any perception of anything. That's the difference. Yeah. Any perception, you'll get away with anything by having an IP that's already known.
The problem I have with Vengeance Hunters, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, with an IP that's already known, right? You're gonna get away with certain things. And then the words retro and classic and old school with an IP that's already known boosts that IP, but it will not boost a new one.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I have to. That's my take on that. That's what I see from.
That's why I think Absalom needs to be in Dark Souls again.
If that was, that's different because that's the modern coat of paint. That's got the modern coat of paint.
Well, because it's also roguelike.
Yeah,
like Absalom's a roguelike as well, and that's the thing. Like, I look at like somebody talked about Hades. The way people talk about Hades, I'm like, I hope they talk about Absalom the same way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I wanted. That's what I want to see. Yeah. That's what I want.
I hope it is actually really challenging because you made a good point. That first boss will filter a lot of people.
100% going to filter guys. It's going to filter down certain guys because they're not going to learn the clash mechanic. Right? Do you know who told me the clash mechanic? You did. When it was the first stream, I didn't actually know. I didn't even know it did that. I was dodging and doing other things and jumping and trying to get away and doing all this. And he said, Face, no, you need to use the clash mechanic. I said, what do you mean?
Hold on, did you didn't go to the training area with the lady?
But I never go there. I never go training, but I'm the worst.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Does she teach you that?
I'm the
worst.
She
teach you that, right, Jen?
She does teach you. She does. Yeah, I'm the worst.
Hey, but you know what? That's the other thing too. That's the thing I was talking about, the intuitive thing, because a lot of players are like me and Face, where it's like, tutorial, what? I played beat 'em up.
Yeah. Ego. That's ego. That's ego.
It's not even that. It's not even that. But for you guys to do that, that shows, I guess, your respect for the evolution of beat 'em ups. Because you're like, every beat 'em up is the same. I don't need to learn that. I mean, I already know what to do. It's just punch, kick, special, blitz, yada, yada, yada. Then you be like, what's going on? Then Did has to tell you. You know what I'm saying?
Did have to tell me. Did have to say, bruv, like you got to use that clash mechanic. And I went, what?
Yeah.
To be fair though, I did pick up in the clash mechanic, and I think Guard Crush did an amazing job with this because the clash mechanic is tied to the dash.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
I picked it up when I was dashing, and I did it on accident. And I was like, oh, what is this? And then I got the timing down, and I was like, oh, okay, I see what's happening here. Yeah. But they also have the jump dodge as well, because they tricked my brain because I was playing Street Rage 4 like right before Absalom, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to jump dodge, and it worked. And then it didn't work. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, I need to do something else here. Yeah, and I'm like, okay, and that's the kind of thing where I'm like,
that's what I've been
doing. Heavy attack clash as well. Yeah,
that's what I've been doing. Only the heavy attack clash because I've now got the timing down of the Galanja swing. So that's what. But anyway.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing too. That a good point that Straja brought up in regards to how we can make beat 'em ups difficult. Right? He was saying they were saying that roguelikes are known to be hard and make you die a lot. Even kids these days who play roguelikes, they already know. They know that you're gonna have to die a lot. So it gives developers an excuse to make the games difficult if you apply that to beat 'em ups. Which is
I have said before.
That is the new meta, though. That is the new meta.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I like that is the thing that I have discussed a few times with a couple other enthusiasts. That like roguelike is the new arcade now. Because that's what arcade used to be, was the Force 1cc.
Everything was roguelike. Everything.
Yeah. Well, like arcade, back in the arcades, like I didn't even know this, by the way. Like I actually found out arcades didn't even let you have credits. Like if you lost the game. You had to start over.
Yeah, it's over. Yeah.
They only added credits because people weren't playing the games as much, and they wanted to keep them in there. So they added the ability to continue. At first, it wasn't like that. You weren't able to continue. You had to start over.
Yeah, you died.
So I'm like, roguelikes are, or at least that aspect of the permadeath is kind of an evolution of what the arcade scene was. Since the arcade scene is gone now. So that's kind of the way where I do think roguelikes can be a way forward for beat 'em up evolution. The thing is, though, I'm still very much I don't like the RPG thing. Like, I like the fact that it's like, oh, okay, I got to start this run over. I got to get good. I got to go back and play it again. I like that aspect of it. Not a huge fan of the RPG stuff. Like, that's just me, though.
Oh, that's a dope idea, though. That's a dope idea. You just said something that just piqued my whole interest. That's a dope idea. Hey, listen to this chat. Sorry. I know it's a bit off topic, but that you just fully about a light bulb moment. Ding. All right, chat, hear me out, yeah. Chat, man, hear me out. This is the beat 'em up idea, yeah. The beat 'em up is called permadeath, right? Hear me out. It's called permadeath. That's the beat 'em up, right? The beat 'em up has lots of stages, but they are done with routes. Yeah, right? Now, the beat 'em up is 2D, right? It is 2D, but you have a certain way of you have to make your character. So you make your character, you make his auto combo, you make his specials, you make them. Like you get like basics of it. You choose which ones you want, and you can like switch and change and mix and match, yeah. But every run is permadeath. That's it. If you die, that's it. You start again. You have to make a whole new character again. And it's just called permadeath. That is it. What are you telling me? Is it working? Yes or no?
I think so. I think there's a framework there.
It can. The only thing is people are gonna get upset that all right, so here's what can happen though. People are gonna bypass that. You know how, right?
How?
They're just gonna copy, like they're gonna record all of the features that they had for the previous character.
Just do it again. Okay.
So how would you fix that?
Okay. This is how I fix it. You lose it.
Oh, you lose it?
So this is how the game runs. Hold on. This is how the game runs. Your lives and your runs are tied to what you've chosen. So let's just say there are 5 different auto combos, right? You've picked that auto combo, you've died on that run. You've now lost it. You have to pick one of the other 4. The game is game over when you've lost everything.
Triple 8.
Yeah. The game is game over when you lost everything. The game is game over when you lost everything. So if you pick this set, I've got this blitz, this special, this auto combo, this fly kick, and
this sounds
ultimate.
like there's something you're saying that, and it's triggering something in my brain. I can't think of what game does something like this. There's a game that does something like this where you die, you lose all your stuff, and you don't get that stuff back until you get back to that point again. And you have to you get it from the dead body.
That can work.
But there's some game that does this, and I can't think of what game does this. I know there's a game that does this already, and I can't think of what it is.
It's not Dead Cells.
And now my brain's like working around it, trying to figure out what the game that is.
Not Dead Cells. I know that.
What you say? But what you saying though? It's a lot of work to implement to actually do it. It's a lot of work because I can see that being a coding mess. I don't know how the art style would work on that. I don't know what would happen. But what do you think? The game is called Permadeath, and it's a beat 'em up.
Diplomat says Souls like all of them.
It's a bit.
Okay, I haven't played Souls like, so maybe that's what it is.
I played bare Souls games, and I don't even like them that much. But I've played loads of them because of my ego. That's why. Yeah, but
that is the thing that frustrates me. In that this is where Absalom definitely comes in, is that there hasn't been a game, or well, Wendigo Blue too, but there hasn't been a game where like the combat feels good enough to keep me playing the roguelike stuff. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's where Absalom and Wendigo Blue have become my gateway drug, because I'm like, why do I like a roguelike all of a sudden?
Oh, you never like roguelikes like that?
I can't really mess with them like that. I've been trying to play Hades, and I haven't really been getting into it. But
Hades, I know that too.
Yeah, but here's the
it's
thing.
a cool looking game.
I like what you said though, right there. I think I don't agree with what you said earlier about how Streets of Rage, or rather certain beat 'em up should be like short. So for example, like Turtles Revenge. I mean, Turtles Revenge. Shredder's Revenge. Shredder's Revenge should have been short only because of the fighting mechanics. You're gonna get bored after a while.
That's fair.
But I guarantee you, then don't lie to me now.
Yeah.
If Streets of Rage 4 had the same duration as Shredder's Revenge, you wouldn't have gotten bored.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so I got to give you pushback.
I wouldn't. I do got to
go ahead. I got to give you a little bit of pushback on that.
All right.
At first, I was struggling to get through the 12 stages of Street Raid 4.
Oh, really?
Because I was, because for me, once it gets past 8 stages, that's kind of I'm already starting to check out, right?
Oh.
But to that point, because you do have a good point, because the combat is good, I can rally and keep going. I don't know if I can do 16 stages though. I do think that we have to have like something of a cap, because like I said, the thing is, and this is because you're right. Shredder's Revenge, the reason why it's so hard to play is because the mechanics are so basic, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I do think if the mechanics were more advanced, it would push me a little bit further to get into the 16 levels. But I still think that we need to have a cap, because when you come down to a game like Street Raid 4, for example, the thing that's been kind of bothering me with it is that I want to learn the other characters, but I'm like, do I want to play 12 stages of trying to learn Cherry? I don't know about that. I might just stick with Axel. You know what I mean? Like,
you know, Absalom is probably going to be as long as Turtles, right? To do a full run.
It probably is, yeah. That's the thing. But Absalom, and that's the thing, because of the roguelike element and me constantly getting new moves and stuff.
Fair enough.
It's hitting some dopamine in my brain. And they don't let you keep the moves either. That's what pisses me off. But you don't get to keep the moves, so like I have to keep going back.
Yeah, the gameplay loop of it is more interesting. Turtles gameplay loop isn't as interesting.
That's why I think Marvel Cosmic Invasion might actually, like, that game, I think it justifies 16 stages because of the fact that you're playing with all of those Marvel characters, different team combos and stuff like that. They just got to fix the bosses a bit and the scaling of the enemies. And then
I don't know.
I think it justifies 16 stages, man.
I'm not sure. I still feel like the loop is too basic though. Like that's even with the combo system and stuff like that. Like if anything, it would benefit from being shorter, because then I can try every combination. And maybe I could do it in 1 or 2 streams.
All right. Oh, maybe they gave you character select every stage.
Yeah, I could see that probably. Yeah, if they gave me a character select every stage, then yeah. But I don't know. I'm the type of guy that likes to do a whole run though with like whatever combination. Like that's what I was doing with Gaiden.
I don't think I'd get bored of Invasion if it was the same as
but actually no, that's actually where I wanted to point out though. Gaiden does this really well though. Like granted, Gaiden definitely need to step it up a little bit on making the game speedier.
Yeah, I think so.
But the fact that like the level, like you only got 5 levels, and you get to pick whichever route you want to do.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
That is what kept me coming back.
That's really cool.
And I think that both Shredder's Revenge and Marvel would benefit from something like that, where you have all these different stages and stuff, but you only get to experience them if you pick a certain route. So if you pick a certain route and you come back and pick another route, and Absalom is going to have the same thing where you're picking different routes.
Yeah, Absalom's going to have different. That's the thing that Absalom's routes are very short though, which I like. They're very short. Yeah. They're not like, you know what I mean? Like one stage has so many different routes in it. It's ridiculous. And I have discovered a whole nother part today that I'd never been to. And I went, what? What the hell is this? And I was like, huh?
Yeah. And that's why I think like the game, because I don't know if Absalom's runtime is going to be like Shredder's Revenge or not. But like having played just the demo alone and seeing that like there's like 4 worlds, I think 5, right?
I think 4.
16 minutes. Like if they're about 16 minutes each, that's what I get. Like it's like a fast time's like 15 minutes. That's like about an hour. You know what I mean? And like if it's that short, if it's an hour play, that's gonna do a lot for me because I'm like, okay, now I want to go back and try this other route. I want to try this other route. I want to try this route with this character. I want to do like it's just gonna keep me coming back over and over and over again. And I think that's where the replay value is with beat 'em ups is just coming back and playing those runs over and over and over again, speed running them, score running them, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Hey, Guts is funny. Guts is my boy. Guts has been campaigning Guardian Heroes, boy. He has been campaigning Guardian Heroes for
I was gonna say Guardian Heroes.
A good game.
This is what kills me so much. Guardian Heroes definitely would have been the prototype for roguelikes.
Yeah.
Because of what it does with all its routes and stuff.
Yeah, Guts.
I think it's just ahead of its time, though. It was ahead of its time. It was ahead of its time and on the wrong system, man.
Who made Guardian Heroes? Who made that?
That was Sega. That was Sega and Treasure.
Sega.
Yeah.
Wicked.
Yeah.
Sega. Yeah. Where's those guys, man?
It was on the Saturn or the Dreamcast.
It was on Dreamcast.
It was on the Saturn and then it was re-released on the Xbox. On Xbox 360.
So.
Bruv. Sega's
Sega, a lot of stuff that they've done is ahead of their time, which just wasn't at the right
Sega's Sega is slacking these days, man. Like they pioneered so much crazy stuff.
Yeah. Who are your favorite devs? Your top 3.
Oh man. Oh damn! Don't do this to me.
Top 3. Mine is easy. Mine are very easy. But they're not beat 'em up devs specifically. But if I were talking beat 'em up devs specifically, it'd be a bit different. But it's Sega, Capcom, and Rockstar. That's it. That's my 3 favorite. Sega, Capcom, and Rockstar. And Capcom is my favorite. Period.
So if we're talking like all time developers, you know, our lifetime here, definitely Sega and I want to say Treasure. So my top 3. I want to say my top 3 would be Sega, Treasure, and Rare.
Oh, Rare. Interesting.
Rare is not bad.
If we're talking about companies that have been around for a very long time, even though Xbox screwed over Rare so bad.
Yeah, they destroyed it.
Those are my 3 favorite. Those are my 3 favorite companies. If we're talking about more recent developers, that's a little bit tougher because there's been a lot of developers that I'm like, I see a lot of potential in you, right? I absolutely want to put Fight and Rage Dev in the top 3.
Yeah.
For sure. And Guard Crush. But then it gets a little muddy from there. Because not everybody's hit their potential yet.
Oh, bruv, do you know what mine would be if it's up? No, go on, Wes. Sorry, your 3 favorite devs. If you don't say Nintendo or whoever made Smash Melee, I don't understand. But go on, Wes.
You're funny. You know what's crazy? I have to put Sega, Nintendo, and probably a split between Capcom and Konami. Those are my guys.
Konami is a bit underrated, you know. And I don't know why are they so... They're in such a limbo right now. That's a whole nother conversation. But it's like
I want to beat 'em up collection from them.
Those are my people, man. Those
they did a Turtles collection though.
Yeah, they did a Turtles collection, but they haven't done a beat 'em up collection with their Crime Fighter series, which is Crime Fighters, Vendetta, and Violent Storm. And then they got Metamorphic Force. They made some pretty good bangers that were like original IPs.
They could come and clean up this beat 'em up scene, you know. They really could if they wanted to.
Yeah.
Ooh. I know that they're looking at.
I do think Tribute Games is a new Konami though. That's what. That's why I'm like a little frustrated that their games are not hitting it for me because
the problem is the complacency, man. I think honestly, bro.
What? No, Namco.
But I mean,
I like Namco, but just not every day.
I like Namco's slacking. Like I can't think of anything from Namco that they've done recently that I care about. Like
it's Bandai Namco now, so. And then,
it was a Shadow game. That Shadow game looked pretty dope. The one with Pac-Man.
Well, because it's like everything I want from them, they're probably never going to do. Because I don't know. So, Face, you guys got to play Dungeon Makai, but there's no way to play it because it's arcade only, and the emulation is like okay at best. That game, when you guys play that game, you'll see what I'm talking about. Namco could sweep beat 'em ups right now.
Yeah, they could sweep
between Urban Reign and bringing Dungeon Makai back.
They could sweep it,
and that's 2D and 3D.
They can sweep up. They've definitely got the thing. But then there's a few people that can sweep up. I think Arc System Works could sweep up.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Arc System Works.
Sure.
They just don't care. They don't care.
Arc System Works will come. It will go to the beat 'em up space and have the best looking beat 'em up out of everyone.
No, that's true. I was when I heard about them in Double Dragon, I was like, oh, cool. But then
it wasn't them.
It's not them.
It wasn't them. I'm like, hold on. I looked at the list. I'm like, oh, come on, man.
I'm telling you, if they put any of their Guilty Gear, Tolkien art style in any beat 'em up, clean up, whole thing, clean up.
It should have been this Double Dragon. This Double Dragon was the perfect time for them.
100%. 100%. There's a few big devs that can come and make a buck. Like Capcom, you can make a buck. Final Fight, you're gonna make a buck. Yeah, it's supposed to be in the cards because it was in that leaked list, but we'll see how that goes. Anyway, Sega's can clean up even more. They can because you have the granddad and arguably the king of it. Yeah, right. And you arguably came back, and you got more. They've got more. Yeah. You get me? And arguably, Sega has probably the biggest beat 'em up going, but people just don't call it beat 'em up, which is Yakuza. But that's what it is. It really is. That's what it is. Yeah. Forget the long talking, which I cannot stand. Yeah. But it really. Well,
here's the thing. You know how they remedy that? By taking that same exact team.
Yeah.
And making a new Spike Out.
Oh yeah, Spike Out.
Because that team made Spike Out first, and then they made Yakuza. And Spike Out is a 3D beat 'em up that became Yakuza in his mechanics. They could make a new beat 'em up.
Who made?
And they just got to make a new Spike Out. Huh?
So, who made Fighting Force again?
That was Square Enix owns that now.
It's Square owns it. Yeah.
Yo, you know what? Beat 'em up is mad underrated. That they need to take the formula from them and like just spice it up and make it more modernized. Is freaking Some people may or may not agree with me. It's an arcade game. I think it's arcade only. It's Die Hard.
That game was wicked.
Yeah.
That game
was
revolutionized beat 'em ups, bro.
That game was wicked.
All of the different things you could do in that game was ridiculous.
That game was wicked.
Yeah, that game was wild.
That game was dope. They need to do something with that again. Bring that to beat 'em up somehow.
Die Hard is 2.5D though.
Yeah, I know it is. I know. I know.
Again,
but you see the vision. You see the vision.
I see the vision, but the way they've implemented it is way better than what I see.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, it seems like we're, especially when it comes down to 2.5D and 3D beat 'em ups, it's like we're just backtracking because we have good examples of it. Urban Reign, Die Hard.
Yeah.
Obviously, Yakuza, even though it's an action RPG, like we have good examples of it, but it's not being translated to these other games. And I don't understand how Double Dragon and Streets of Rage being the biggest beat 'em ups in the genre, they're not like taking it seriously when they're doing 3D games.
I don't think you should
Like,
even. I think Streets of Rage shouldn't even go there. So
I know a lot of people agree with that, but
I don't think it should go
I'm
there.
like, so me, I got my Streets of Rage 4 that I've been waiting decades for. I'm selfish. I'm like, okay, we can do 3D. It's fine.
Yeah, they
Like-
can do that. But they smart. They changed the name, so it's good. It's not
Yeah.
gonna-
Yeah, they changed. I don't think that game's coming out. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't think Revolution's coming out. I think it's absolutely mental, and I've got a whole video planned on this, but it's absolutely mental on Sega's behalf. No disrespect. I have to say no disrespect for this because it's gonna sound disrespectful, but it's absolutely mental. You give your baby, your treasure, to a dev who made one terrible game. That doesn't make no sense to me. Did you not vet them? Did you not look? No disrespect to Comey Games. I understand what you're trying to do, but what?
Just a slight pushback on that. Just a little bit. Guard Crush Games first beat 'em up was Streets of Fury.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I know, but it's a parody.
And I'm not saying that the game's even bad. It's just it was a meme game.
Yeah, but bro,
when people saw that they were making Streets of Rage 4, they're like,
yeah, but bro, okay, all right, cool. You can get away with that once. You're able to get away with taking a chance once. You took the chance. It was $1 million banger. Yeah? Then you say, I'm going to give it to you guys. What? Sense.
Well, okay, so also to be fair, though.
Also, look at the team they had making Streets of Rage 4 with them. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing.
Yeah. To be fair, though.
But why wouldn't you go back to the same team? I would just go back to the same team. I'll say, guys, look, bruv, why don't you just make 5? Start it.
I would have the same team, but I'll have them babysit.
No. You know what? Now, because now you've now trusted Lizardcube now because you've taken them in and said, okay, we'll give you Shinobi. Go on, have Shinobi. Then you got Shinobi on your own. No one else. You got it on your own.
They do have a good relationship. They did before Street Fighter 4. They did Wonder Boy.
Yeah, so that
was a good game.
Look, so see this is the madness in my brain right now where I'm like, what? So you put them through tests. You put them through the tests. You put them through the Wonder Boy test. Then they got the Streets. Right? They did that. And then they got Shinobi. And now they've made 3 bangers for you. So you made them do the test.
Next.
You did not make Comey Games do no test. How did they get that IP? That's insane. It feels like I can walk into Sega office and say, Sega, how you doing, guys? So basically, I'm a dev. I just started. I haven't made a game yet, but can I have Golden Axe? Because what?
So question is, it's just them working on the new Streets? That's it?
It's them. That's the rumor. It's them. It's their game.
But this is the thing. Streets of Rage 4, they had 2 to 3 different companies just coming together doing stuff, man. This is I guess
to be fair, Sega just been doing this weird thing because they did that with, like I said, they did that with Sonic. There was a Sonic Mania concept that leaked recently, so there was a plan to do a Mania 2, and they just did Superstars instead. And that's like some company. Who was the company that did that? I don't even know who did it, but Sega's been doing this weird stuff where like they'll have this peak thing come out, and then they'll be like, yeah, we're just gonna do something else.
I think what it is, they probably, in my eyes, I think Sega, they don't like to just do the same thing, rinse, wash, and repeat the same stuff. That's what it looks like based off how they do things. Like literally, they can have a banger, then all of a sudden they have some crazy 3D or open world crap, and then people are like, "What happened? Like you could have just kept giving us this, the 2D stuff."
Hear what Grease said. Grease said, "You guys are under the impression that Sega cares about Streets. Do you know why they should? That's one of the games that built them. One of."
But this is also the thing I was going to say about Streets of Rage, though. It's always kind of been a lightning in a bottle situation. That's what happened with Streets 2. Like, Streets of Rage 2 was not directly Sega. That was a outsourced game.
Yeah. Again.
And that game took off.
Yeah.
Right? And then obviously the first Streets of Rage took off as well, having to compete with Final Fight of all things.
They copied the Final Fight, though.
Yeah.
They literally copied it. But fair enough. Go on.
But
sorry.
I heard Streets of Rage, though, I think 2 was They was in competition with Street Fighter as well before it came out, right? Am I correct?
Yeah.
There's some story about that. Yeah. So
it was with Street Fighter.
They was literally just fighting. Literally, they was just fighting Capcom. That's it.
Yeah.
They're fighting Capcom, but that's why I love Capcom the most, because they just set the trend. I'll be honest. I think Capcom set. Anyway, that's a whole other conversation. Let me start with that. But it's okay to outsource Streets of Rage. It's okay to outsource your big IPs, because you're not going to put money in them, because you've got RGG making you the bangers. You got Sonic. So you're doing that with your own money. Cool. Right? Cool. So it's okay to put them out to other developers, smaller teams, and let them do it. It's fine. We've seen it work with Shinobi. We've seen it work with Streets, whatever.
Yeah.
But vet them. Lord have mercy. Vet them. You can't let it feels like it really feels like I can go in the office. It really feels like if I fly to Japan and get a meeting with my guy, I could get Golden Axe. It feels like that, bro. Call me.
Yo.
What? It seems like, and then, you know what? That's the thing. Like, we don't even know who's working on a new Golden Axe, but I'm looking at it and I'm like, yeah, Lizard Cube had an art piece of Golden Axe, and I'm almost certain they pitched a Golden Axe at some point. And why we have this game, I don't understand. See, like, I get it, they were working on Shinobi, but come on.
You know what? You can't. The thing is, you can't like now. You can't. I think Lizard Cube's done enough now. I personally think he'd want to do something different now. He wouldn't want to continue reviving an old thing. I reckon they probably want to take the plunge and do their own game, just like how Amsterdam's doing their own one. Do you know what I mean?
We did ask them about that.
Yeah, we asked them. They probably want to do their own thing. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Or because now you've rinsed them.
But they got such a good relationship with Sega. I imagine they're still probably going to do something with them.
If I was Sega, I would buy them. I would buy them. Yeah, do you know why I would buy them? You've given me 3 games. Yeah, I don't know what happened with the first one. I don't really know about Wonder Boy Too Tough. But you've given me 3 games that I know that you are guaranteed that are good. And you've done it justice. I would buy them. Why not? And have them under the umbrella and say, all right, now you're doing this next. do this next. Why not? Give them the money. Why not? Just buy them. Well, because don't Sega own RGG.
Yeah, but the RGG came from Sega, though. That's what I mean. Like they were originally a studio that worked on Spike Out and a few other games, if I remember correctly. So yeah, RGG was from them. My thing though is I don't want to have a rare situation where the company gets bought out and then they do nothing with them, because that's been the thing that's just been happening recently, where like we see these really cool developers to make these cool things, and then this big company buys them and does nothing with them.
That's Xbox. That's them. They do that.
Yeah.
but Sega,
PlayStation's been doing that too, because there's been and it was like, come on, man! Like, what like? I don't get it. Like,
to be
why?
Fair, no. Hold on. To be fair, now PlayStation don't really do that. What one apart from Bungie hasn't actually produced a game? All of them do. Everyone's got. Well, there was
no, because that happened with the what was it? The Dark Souls dev, wasn't it? They wouldn't let them do Dark Souls.
Oh, you're talking about no, you're talking about the Demon Souls dev, the one that made the new Demon Souls. And they made the new Demon Souls. They just made a remake. Aren't they doing something else? Yeah. Isn't that House Marquee? No, it's not, is it? No, it's not. It's called Blue something.
It was some company that like they're making a new Souls-like that was basically a sequel to that thing that PlayStation wouldn't let them do it for some reason, even though it was like super successful. I'm like,
as long as Sega just allow them to do something, because I don't think Sega's gonna buy. I don't think Sega's gonna buy anyone and tell them not to do nothing. They ain't got PlayStation money, to be able to do. They definitely ain't got Xbox money, right. So I'm saying give them the chance and say, look, we're gonna buy your studio. Obviously, you work for us, but like you've got money in your pocket now. You've got a big budget to play with. You can do things now. What do you want to do? Do you know what I mean? Like, because I think they've proved it. I think I think 3 games now, you've proved it. You get me? Like, and then they can have leverage to say, okay, we want to do something new.
I am a little biased too, though. I am very much leaning more like I want more independent studios rather than big companies. But
I get it. I just want them to have money, though.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like the money thing.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
That's what I wanted to have money.
Thing.
Yeah, I just wanted to have money. That's all. I want you to have money. I want you to have enough money to produce something great, and enough money for you to say, "I'm doing this and I've got money."
So,
but another like horrid and is I won't get too much into this tangent, but another horrid example is WB and NetherRealm Studios. Because we're never getting a Shaolin Monks 2 ever.
Yeah, but WB and NetherRealm are just insane. That is just an insane story. That is, but sorry, Wes, what were you saying? Sorry, bro.
What I was gonna say.
Go ahead.
Would you be opposed to the next 3D Streets being produced by Lizard Cube and Kobe and Lizard Cube? Would you?
Yeah, I'd be opposed. Because I don't. That's not Lizard Cube's expertise.
I don't. Yeah. They said it themselves. They don't really do.
No, I know that. 3D. But who's gonna do the 3D now? You don't want Kobe there.
No,
who?
I just don't want no one to do the 3D. I want you to scrap.
No.
The game.
What if you had to? Like you had to.
If I had to do the 3D, do you know? Okay. If I had to do the 3D, If I had to do the 3D, and I had to ask someone to make it, I'll just say I'll just let RGG do it.
Okay.
Yeah. No. But I mean, this thing, if RGG does a 3D beat 'em up, though, I want it to be Spike Out. I don't want it to be Streets of Rage. You know who I would get, and I think Kazu just made a good point. You know who I would want to do a 3D Streets of Rage? Team Reptile. Team Reptile.
Name some games of theirs. I'm not very clued on them. Go on.
They worked on Bomber Cyberpunk. That's the most recent game.
Yeah.
Lethal League, and a few other games.
Oh, yeah. Lethal! You talking about that like a 2D fighter Lethal League? You talking about when you shoot stuff at each other, something like that, like the balls?
Yeah. Lethal League is like a 2D. It's kind of a 2D fighter-ish kind of game.
Yeah. I know you're talking about Lethal League. Okay, I know.
But Bomber Cyberpunk is like
hell no.
You know what? Hell you know no. What? Okay, that's fair. I know why you're saying that, because Bomber Cyberpunk's combat is not that good. But Bomber Cyberpunk is a Jet Set Radio game. That's why the combat's not that great. I think if you gave them a beat 'em up to work on, and they had to focus on combat, I think they'd knock it out of the park. Because look at Lethal League and some of the other games. They did do a beat 'em up. They did a beat 'em up called Megabyte Punch, and I want to kind of act like that game doesn't exist. But I think if they gave them another chance and made a 3D beat 'em up, I think they'd knock it out of the park. They gotta be watched by somebody.
Jay saying Streets of Rage and the Bomb Rush art style would be sick.
Yes, exactly. He sees the vision.
Profound Biz Badness said, keep them third-party contracts and they'll keep getting that money. Let them stay the golden goose has freedom to do their own thing. Yeah, I understand. I understand what you. I get what you man are saying about that. Keep them thingy, but then, do you know what?
Where's my Cyberpunk beat 'em up?
Do you know what being bought by a company guarantees you?
Money.
Constant money. You're never having to look for the next thing. You're never having to go into the office and look for the next thing.
But wouldn't you argue having a good relationship with multiple companies also give you that, though?
Yeah, that's cool. But then I don't want... Okay, so let me put it this way. It would be nice to see Lizard Cube do other people's games, right? Yeah?
Yeah.
But then I don't want their uniqueness being saturated. If Lizard Cube was just working for Sega, they're just doing Sega. You know what I'm trying to say? And you know that they are Sega's people. But then if you started seeing them go, okay, I've done Arc System Double Dragon, I've done Final Fight, even though all these games would look amazing, and they probably would play sick too, but I've done this, you're now getting saturated, you're now not special.
I'll just say this. If Lizard Cube ever decides to do Ninja Makai 3, hit me up. Just hit me up. Hit me up. If you need a combat guy,
that's what I'm saying. I don't want to start at everything.
Yeah,
I like
that's the other thing too. I do special. That's why I want to give Comey Games a little bit of the benefit of the doubt, because I hope this is their. I hope this is their Streets of Rage 4. I hope it's their breakout hey, they knocked it out of the park. We didn't expect them to do it, but they did it. I hope that's them.
Dude, Streets of Rage technically hasn't had a bad game. What game is actually bad? None of them. I might have my complaints about Streets of Rage 3 because the music was insane, but it's not a bad game. None of them was bad. Yeah?
Don't say it then.
Right? Well, yeah, what was Did gonna say? What game bad? What Streets of Rage game bad?
No, actually, no, my fault. Are you on board with 3 being good or no?
I don't like 3, but I do think it's good.
Yeah, okay, I think 3 is the worst one.
Okay.
No disrespect.
I think one.
Okay, so here's the crazy thing.
I prefer playing 1 over 3.
Here's a crazy thing that's going to come out of my mouth right now. The craziest thing that you're going to ever hear. 3 is the best of the original trilogy.
Yes,
I just don't like
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. If you're going to talk about it mechanically, yeah. It is the best, bro. Yeah, mechanically it's the best. But I don't think the whole game as a whole is the best. The best game as a whole is 2.
No. Streets of Rage 2 is still my favorite.
Yeah, 2 is the favorite because of character. I think the characters, like the personalities of the characters, the combat, a bit of the combat, and the music. The music kind of puts it over the top.
Yeah,
that's it. But here's the thing.
I will say this though. I do think Streets of Rage 1 has the best character design and soundtrack.
Think so?
I would love for there to be a remake of 1. Like people talk about remaking 2. I want to remake.
I said remake 2. I said remake 2 because I think that was the best game.
I want
the thing. Everybody agrees. Everybody wants a remake of 2, but I want to remake a 1 because the atmosphere. Come on, Moon Beach in HD. Come on.
Yeah, Moon Beach would be sick.
Yeah, I get. You know what? I agree with that. That 1 needs the most upgrading. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing about 3. 3, we got to give them props for this, man. 3 was made given the shortest amount of time out of all of them, I think, to make. So they did pretty damn good. It was 2. You sure? You sure?
2 was made in 6 months.
I thought 3 was made like a year.
2 was made in 6 months.
Nah, we gotta look at that fact check, man. Hold on a second.
Streets 2 was made in 6 months.
Yeah, it was made in 6 months.
And you made the best one.
Here's the thing. So here's the thing about 2 though, and I'm saying this as somebody who plays it religiously. The game is kind of shit mechanically.
What 2? Yeah, it does have some bad things mechanically. 100%.
It's not optimized good at all, but the core of it is amazing. That's why New Era is so amazing because it got rid of all the jank, and that's all it did was remove the jank, and people are on it like white on rice. I think the same thing could happen with 3. Kind of remove the jank, probably update the music a bit, and the mechanics will shine.
See, all of this we're saying, and then Komi Games are making Revolution. How insane does that sound?
I'm telling you, man. I want to give them the benefit of the doubt.
How insane?
Komi Games, if you're watching this right now,
I'm sorry, but I'm being honest with you guys.
I'm rooting for you. Don't make me look stupid.
Komi, I feel you. You don't need everyone in that team. You don't need every beat 'em up enthusiast that has been there since day dot. Yeah. You need Guts as well. I'll tell you why you need Guts. Guts plays every single game on the planet, so that is old. So you need you need everything. You need fighting game players in that office. You need casuals there. You need people who don't even play games there. You need everything to make that all right. Because
especially if it's 3D.
Okay, so you want to know why I have a little bit of hope for them? Yeah. I know the game that they made wasn't exactly that great, but there is a community that was built off of that. And if that community is testing this game, I have hope for them.
Yeah, but if that community tested the other game, I'd have 0.
No. They didn't test that game. That's the thing, right?
Okay.
We got a couple people that were making combo videos from that game, even though it wasn't that great.
Well, Federation.
And that's the community. It's like, okay, so if they're consulting that community for this next game, I believe in them. Because that's what happened with Streets of Rage 4. The Streets of Rage, Guard Crush had their crew. Because I remember when Streets of Rage 4 first dropped, and I feel bad for this because Guard Crush was in my server when I said this. I was like, who the hell is Guard Crush? And Guard Crush, they said they were like, we've been consulting our community for 8 years, and I said it in the server and on a podcast. What community? Who are you talking about? Because you didn't consult us. You didn't consult the Streets of Rage community. I'm like, who the hell are these people? And then they showed me. I was dumb. So
listen, we all here for it, man. Let it show. Let them prove us wrong, bro.
I would love if you prove me wrong.
Because I wasn't feeling Mighty Fight. I wasn't feeling Mighty Fight Federation, bro.
Yeah, I thought Mighty Fight
Federation I wasn't feeling it either.
I'm not even.
But I saw a couple of people that showed me the light. They were like, "Yo, check this out," and they were showing me stuff in that game, and I'm like, "Oh, you could do that? That's cool." It's still a little janky, but it's like, all right. I hope they're consulting you. I know you're in good with them. I hope they're consulting you for this next game because they need it. Please,
at least for the combat, right? Yeah,
yeah.
I think
so I got some hope. They got a high hill to climb because a 3D Streets of Rage. I mean, even if it's like the best thing you've ever played, people are still going to be like, "Yeah, but Streets of Rage shouldn't be 3D."
Bro, that's what I'm saying. The IP hasn't missed. Every game is good, and then you're gonna do this.
Yeah, it's a wild
just
decision.
Because you're not calling it Streets 5, it's still a Streets game. Like, bruv.
Yeah,
guys.
I think it's honestly though. I'm in agreement with Den. I think it's long overdue that they do experiment with the 3D Streets. Maybe you know what I'm saying. I just think so, man.
Yeah, and to be fair, Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah, I know. Ninja Gaiden turned, but the Ninja Gaiden reversed and went the other way as well. Like, but Ninja Gaiden, you can get away with that. Because Ninja Gaiden is like hash and slash as well, same time. You get away with that. Streets, you ain't getting away with that.
But that's the thing, like, who would have thought a 3D Ninja Gaiden would have done well when it first came out, though?
Fair enough.
Like, this was like a 2D platformer, you know what I mean? And it was like...
But when did the first 3D Ninja Gaiden come out? Did it come out in the era when 3D just started?
Something like that.
Somewhat. There was still experimentation. It came out around the same time.
Exactly.
So it was more.
Because you basically come out in that era, you got.
So you're saying there's more leniency. So it's more leniency now. Exactly. Nah, you gotta come out guns blazing, man.
Yeah, you do gotta come.
You're making first of all, you're making a
Team Ninja. Team Ninja made the first one, right? Team Ninja made the first Ninja Gaiden, didn't they?
The first 3D Ninja Gaiden, yeah.
Yeah, 3D.
Yeah, so but that's it is. It's a good. You gotta have a good team that's behind that, yo. Those guys are magnificent.
Yeah, Ninja Gaiden was 2004, and then Final Fight Streetwise was 2006. So you have a scope of like what beat 'em ups and combat games were kind of doing a little bit. When did Devil May Cry come out? That was like what?
DMC came out.
That was like 2000. That was the same time with Ninja Gaiden, wasn't it?
Probably before, I think.
DMC 1 came out in 2001.
Yeah, it came
okay,
before.
All right. They had Devil May Cry as at least a source.
Yeah,
for what to look at least.
Yeah, that was 3D Street Fighter. Street Fighter, Streets of Rage with God hand combos. That'd be nice.
I think 3D is fine if you do it well enough. But all those games you mentioned are not side scrolling, Mark. None of them are side scrolling. 3D beat 'em ups have to be in a third person view. I stand by that. Which is just the only way you can make it work. Side scrolling, it starts getting jank and moving odd. And it's just all of the stipulations. First of all, you're making Streets that hasn't missed. Second of all, you're making a beat 'em up. Third of all, you're making a beat 'em up.
Have you played Power Stone though?
Yes, I love Power Stone.
Yeah. That's why I was kind of like. Bro, that's why I was hyped about Mighty Fight Federation, but then I'm like, yo, this ain't Power Stone, bro.
Power Stones, I love that game. That game's cold. But Power Stone
itself is also like, at least the second game was kind of like a 2.5D beat 'em up.
Power Stone is a different aesthetic. It's an arena fighter, so it's a different
but you don't think like the fighting combat in Power Stone could work in a 2.5D beat 'em up though? Like that's what I'm thinking.
Nah,
that's what I want. That's what I wanted from like Double Dragon Revive and stuff. Like I want Power Stone like combat.
I see where you're coming from.
I mean, Shaolin Monks was that too.
Yeah,
actually,
Shaolin Monks
was also.
Yeah, but that just played well though. That worked.
It doesn't fit with Streets of Rage though.
That worked. Like that played well and worked. Like that is how you do it properly. That's how you do it properly.
That's what I think a Streets of Rage could be like. I think a Streets of Rage could absolutely be a Shaolin Monks kind of thing.
Yeah, but you just
that's what I'm hoping for.
Because of where you're coming from. It's too much of a shock. Like obviously, I was all hey, my early videos of Streets of Revolution is me saying let's give it a chance. I'm still on the give it a chance stuff, of course, but I just think like you're way too bold.
It is a culture shock.
You're way too bold.
Yeah, man.
You're way too bold. And then you got the wrong team. You haven't got a team that has credibility. No disrespect.
I believe in them.
All right, they could come out and do something. Hey, you know what though? Do you know what? I might be saying all this. And being the bad guy of this part of the segment, yeah. But they might come out and
we gotta be bad guy in these.
Then here's something that's gonna be crazy. Since this is gonna be a 3D Streets of Rage, right?
Yeah.
What are they gonna do about the multiplayer, man? That's gonna be kind of wild, bro.
Well, because the way it looks like it's gonna be a Power Stone like combat arena combat 3D thing. So multiplayer should be fine. I don't know if they're gonna do 2 to 4 players. Maybe they'll do 4 players. Yeah, and that's why I'm wondering, like, is it gonna just be 2 players? Like, what are you gonna do? Like, I'm really interested in what they're gonna do.
They could do some dope stuff though. Sorry, go on.
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, they could. And I'm like, again, like this is where I'm looking at. Like, I'm looking at Shaolin Monks. I'm looking at Power Stone. I'm like, there's a lot they can do if they pull it off. That's why I'm like, if this is good. Oh, this is going to be yet another banger in the series.
Yeah.
But they have a high hill to climb when they're doing Streets of Rage. That's the only problem.
Bro, dude, Streets, man.
Again, see, there's so many factors that they're gonna have to go that they're going against. How many players? How are they going to scale out with the 3D with how many players you're gonna have, man?
The movesets as well. Like, how are they going to translate the movesets into 3D?
Yeah. Translate the movesets. What, like, is it gonna be like just arena? Like you go from one box to the next box, or is it gonna flow like the old Streets of Rage? We just literally, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of answers, man. A lot of questions that need to be answered, and that's the
like, what is the roster of this game gonna be? That's the thing. We know because I could see Axel and Blaze. You're just not gonna get Rage without them.
They're not going nowhere.
I assume Adam is gonna be a thing now because Adam's just been a thing. Like Streets 4, when Streets 4's first drop, I don't know if you guys know this, but Yuzo wasn't exactly on project, and neither was Adam planned for Streets 4.
Adam wasn't planned. Yeah,
the fan base was like, "Yo, no Yuzo, no Adam, no buy," and they were like, "Yep, let's do it."
Yeah, he did say that in the interview as well. He said that he did say that. He mentioned that in the interview. It's like, Adam wasn't there, but then we implemented him after that because we had to. Because people saying,
my boy, okay, boy.
Hey, man got that framed. Who got that? Who drew it? Did he draw it?
Yeah, that was the art they sent me when the game launched.
Oh, is it? I didn't get no art. I'm joking. I didn't get no exclusive art. I might hit him up and say, "Bruv, what can I get no exclusive art for my wall? Look, it's got this whole wall, nothing there." Do you know what I mean? No, but listen, all the good stuff. Let me just say this on a conclusion, and I need to go to bed because I work tomorrow. But let's just say this: Comey Games, right? I'm looking directly at the camera. Comey Games. I mean, no disrespect. If you ever come across this, I mean, no disrespect, but I'm worried. I'll be honest. I didn't like your first game. It wasn't for me, and I feel that you're going into a realm where this IP here is the beat 'em up, one of the beat 'em up kings. It's one of the kings, yeah.
Mount Rushmore, basically.
You're in the realm of one of the Mount Rushmore of beat 'em ups that hasn't missed. It's very, very important that this game doesn't miss, yeah. And I feel that the shock already is very concerning. I hope you make it great, and I hope it's amazing, but I'm unsure. Let's just say I'm unsure. Because
hey, Face, you called it. Somebody already said you gotta look this up.
What?
You called it. Adam's like, you gotta look at the FFP trailer first.
No, you need to look at the Final Fight. What? The Final Fight project?
Yeah.
You ain't gonna know it. Oh, I can't though. Yeah, I can't though. Yeah. I did call it. I did say that to you. Yeah, I said that to you.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna ask.
Yeah, I told you. Someone's gonna ask. Yeah, the way we have things set up right now, like we can't actually pull up anything right now.
Yeah,
we're trying to fix that for the next podcast.
You know what? Adam? I'll do a whole reaction to it. I'll do a whole reaction to it on a whole video, just for it.
Oh, Final Fight Project, damn.
Yeah, because a few people said you sent it to the group. Guts sent it to me personally. Someone else sent it to me personally. Someone else in the Discord said Adam sent it to me. Yeah, and then I think Johnny Brim in the Discord sent it. Like, have you seen this? I haven't watched it. I said I'll do a proper reaction.
I'm gonna give a little bit of pushback right now. I'm just a slight tad bit annoyed that the biggest trailer for that project is the Ninja Turtles for a Final Fight game. That's
crazy.
I'm a little pissed off about that. I hope when we get to Dean and Lucia that it's a much bigger turnout.
What's wrong with?
And my boy Kyle, the goat.
You're talking about that project. Okay, I know you're talking about. Okay, I seen that crap. I remember. All
right. All right, chat. I'm out. We out, man. We out. We've had a good conversation.
Oh no, but I do want to do a final statement for Comey though.
Go on. Give Comey final.
I believe in you. The bar's not that high right now. You got Double Dragon Revive and you got Russian Beat X. That's your competition. It's not that high. You guys can beat them. I believe in you. All right.
Here's my rebuttal. Right. Here's my final statement. Listen, guys. I believe in y'all, right? Y'all just need to like hire one of us, help y'all out.
Yeah, hit me up.
That's actually a good idea.
We're not charging nothing crazy.
They're definitely not hitting me up now.
Go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're willing to work with you guys to make a good 3D Streets of Rage. We have the experience. We have the experience in this genre. We know what we're talking about. We got audience too, man. You know, we'll all help you out. You're not alone in this. We got you, man. You got your number one fan, Din, right here.
And you number one hater. No, joking. Hey, actually, no, that's true. I'm the number one hater for Streets of Rage and number one fan. I'm both, all right? You're going to get both worlds.
So, yeah, we'll help you guys out. You just got to contact us, communicate with us. You know? We're here for the genre. We're here for you guys.
I'd love to get a build of that. I'd love to get.
Well, sorry, hold on. Everything we said here is alleged because it has not been announced that Comey Games is working on Revolution.
Yeah, it is alleged. Yeah. It is alleged. It hasn't actually been announced, but it's bait. But it hasn't been announced. But it's bait. But it hasn't been announced. So it is alleged. It could be someone else. So if it is someone else, Comey Games, I apologize. It's not you. I apologize.
Whoever it is, speak to us.
Yeah,
got y'all.
Yeah. So, shout out, yeah, it's true though. Like what Wes said, yeah, shout us. Man's got you. You get me?
Yeah, we got you, man.
Like you get me. I'm quite easy to please though. I'm quite easy to please, man. You just gotta show me a flashy combo, and I'll be like, yes, so you know what I mean. That's what you gotta do. But if I see side jank and I can't link this to this, it's a problem. But anyway, let's stop there because we'll just go into another conversation. Gut says Wes, you gotta make. Wes says make the game hard.
Stupid man, you silly.
Make it hard. Make it hard. Okay, the more you play with, the harder it gets. Make it hard.
I said tribute to the chat. You never know. It could be lurking still. Like, you see that Din guy?
Yeah, they're gonna send the turtles after me. I'm gonna get janked up.
I said, face someone from tribute.
I still love you guys. Just know that your games are probably not for me.
Yeah,
I still love you guys though. Give me a code.
I was like, give me a code anyway. Nah. Shout out to Tribute. No. Big shout out to Tribute though, because they have been passing through to the MPZ streams, and I appreciate.
Yeah, they're golden.
They're ups because they have been like outside of the combat, like everything else has been on point, like with these games. So
definitely,
I'm gonna give them that. Definitely. But we'll let Face go to sleep.
Yeah,
we still got some time on our day, right?
Especially you don't got time. Yeah. What time is it where you are, Din?
It's like 3:40.
It's 3:40
in the afternoon. Daytime. Oh yeah. We got a whole Sunday for. My Sunday's over. I'm going back to work in a sec. Anyway,
that's 6.
Not this chat. I'm saying maybe someone from Comey would. What? Come to this chat? Nah. Maybe you never know. You never know. You actually never know, though. You never know because I have been surprised by some people in the chat sometimes.
Hey, Like I said, the Guard Curse guys were in my server long before Streets 4 even got announced, so they saw
Mad.
everything.
Yeah, mad.
I feel so bad about it. Hey, they took it on the chin though. You kind of got to do that when you're in this community.
To be fair, I haven't had a dev like you know. I know I have. I have from everyone's favorite game, Vengeance Hunters. Anyway, we out, people. We out. Next podcast.
Well,
Next podcast. Anyway, all right, chat. Maximum love and respect.